Welcome to Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Tonight, the Cubs and the Rays. It is game 2 of this 3-game set. And welcome into the broadcast booth, everybody. John Shambi, Elise Menaker, Jim DeShays. Taylor McGregor will join us coming up. Good pitching matchup. Kyle Hendricks and Shane McClanahan. We start on the home side. Kyle making his first start since July of last year. What'd you think in terms of what you saw the last time?
A lot of emotion for him, kind of working through that in the first inning. And you saw it a little bit in that sinker, which he works off of. It was a little flat. And so then he goes through that lineup the second time through. And this is what I'll be watching for from him today. That changeup, how effective it can be against these big hitting Rays. Because I mentioned that third inning against the Mets, there were 4 straight hits on 4 changeups, all with 2 strikes. So he's going to need that pitch today to get through this lineup because, well, they can hit the ball, and then when they get on base, they can steal too. So they're a threat either way. Yeah,
there's power and there's speed for the Rays. And speaking of power on the mound, it is Shane McClanahan. And JD, right now, I think you could make a case he's one of the 10 best starters in baseball.
I was going to say top 5. I mean, he's that good. 1.97 ERA, second best in Major League Baseball, trailing only Sonny Gray. He's a handful, guys. He's got a fastball that'll top out over 100 miles an average, 100 miles an hour. Averages right around 97, but he doesn't lean heavily on that pitch. He's got a real good changeup, good slider, good curveball. All adds up to some very impressive numbers. The 202 batting average against. 6 times this year he's had 9 or more strikeouts in a game. He is a handful.
Cubs feeling good coming off the one-hit shutout by Marcus Stroman yesterday. Come on into the ballpark, you, sir. And you, Rays and Cubs, game 2 coming at you after this.
When Arby's added bacon to the Wagyu Steakhouse burger, it was like, not bad. Then Arby's grabbed that peppercorn ranch and has never felt more alive. Arby's, we have the meat.
Oh no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic, we're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay, just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh, yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
I'm absolutely certain.
You can't beat feeling 100% sure. That's why Elgin Hyundai offers a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on new Hyundais. Double America's best warranty. Elgin Hyundai.
You don't like buying a car this way.
Champions.
Marcus, you're fired.
I am going to be your court-mandated basketball coach.
I'm Johnny. I'm your homie with an extra chromie.
Let's show those guys what champions are made of.
This doesn't feel right.
He's just 1 win away from the Special Olympics tournament.
I need you to get a good night's rest.
Look at you.
They respect me.
Champions.
Attention! Do you owe more than $10,000 to the IRS? If so, you may qualify for the IRS Fresh Start program, so you won't have to make any payments to the IRS. That's right. If you qualify for the IRS's Fresh Start program, you won't make any IRS payments once you are accepted. Once you are in the IRS Fresh Start program, they must stop all harassing and threatening collection activities. Call Tax Relief today now at 800-398-8182 to see if you qualify. Again, 800-398-8182.
Chicago Cubs baseball on Marquee Sports Network is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Through it all. By Ford. Visit your local Ford dealer today. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Hey, welcome back. It is a beautiful night here at the ballpark, Wrigley Field, for Game 2 of this 3-game set. And let's check out the Rays lineup. It's brought to you by UI Health. Little different look. Yandy Diaz with the evening off. Josh Lowe leads it off. And then Wander Franco, Randy Arozarena, Brandon Lowe, Harold Ramirez, longtime Chicago Cub, is the DH. Isaac Paredes will play third base. Rayleigh across the diamond from him. Margot and Mejia, the rest of the lineup.
Oh, you're a funny man, Book Shambi. The starting pitcher for the Cubs is brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. We see what Kyle did against the Mets in his season debut on Thursday. Fastball, changeup, and curveball. Sinker at 87. Changeup, big pitch for him, of course, and then he'll sprinkle in that Uncle Charlie.
So here we go. It's Lowe in on the left side. Hendricks. And a swing and a miss. At an 87-mile-an-hour four-seamer. He'll throw
looked like a practice swing.
Yeah, a little bit.
He just kind of dragged the bat through the zone.
Yep. And Kyle missing with the changeup. Hendricks. First start in almost a year. Last time out against the Mets, 4 to third. 5 runs, 3 earned on 6 hits. And a swing and a miss. The wind to the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
I get the sense that he was looking changeup early in that at bat, and then ultimately got fooled by the changeup for strike 3. So good start for Kyle. Perfectly executed sinking changeup.
You could tell from that first swing, like you were saying, looking changed. Well, it's in part Lowe leading off 389 against the changeup this year. Kyle gets him there.
Franco laces one into right field and a base hit. He takes a big turn as Suzuki gets back in. Wander Franco, who had the only hit yesterday, and he's been red hot last 6. And then plus tonight, he's 12 for his last 24.
They got a fastball over the heart of the plate there at 88 miles per hour. Generally not real aggressive on that first pitch, but a little ambush there.
And now it's Randy Arozarena. Not to be confused with cousin Randy. Up and in, ball 1.
And this is what we didn't see yesterday with Stroman on the mound, but already when you get a base runner for the Rays, you have Franco with 19 stolen bases on the year, and so things can escalate quickly against this Rays team. Hendricks can get the ground ball, but the Rays can get the hits.
Randy Arozarena hitting with Wander Franco at first. Esteury Ruiz of the A's leads the majors, then Acuna, and then Franco.
He was leaning.
Yeah, he was.
Kyle, real quick feet, got one of the better right-handed pickoff moves in the game. Let's see if he gets a little more aggressive with his lead after that first disengagement. As Elise said, 19 stolen bases. He's been caught 5 times.
There he goes. That one is inside, no throw from Gomes. He didn't have a chance. And it's stolen base number 20 and a man into scoring position.
Yeah, the Rays do pretty much everything well offensively. They hit a bunch of home runs. They lead the Major League Baseball in stolen bases. So it's a very diverse, dynamic offense that they feature.
Big swing and a miss right there as he got him out front with a changeup. Elise, it looked like that might have been that cut changeup.
I was just going to say that it's not often that you see the change, the right on right. But Hendricks is so unique. You guys have talked about it over the years with him. But because he has that cut change, he can work it away from the righty. Typically, the changeup, it's going to go arm side, will run in on a righty. But because Hendricks has the ability to really throw 2 changeups, it's not often you see it. I talked to Tucker Barnhart before the game. He's not behind the plate today, but he said he's never seen it before.
Normally, when a pitcher cuts his changeup, it's a mistake. And it's against an opposite side hitter, and it floats into the power zone of the hitter. So, in other words, when I used to, if I would cut my changeup, get around, your hand gets around the side of the ball, and the ball has cutting action, it would move in on a righty when you're trying to drift it down and away, and a lot of times that would lead to damage. So the ability to cut it to the glove side away from a hitter is pretty rare.
Franco at second, 1 out, 2-2 on Arozarena.
But already I feel like you see a glimpse of what the Rays can do, just fouling pitches off, working at bats, making Hendricks work here early on, and they put the pressure on early on. We saw with the stolen base.
Lights are on, plenty of natural light though here at Wrigley. It just gets a piece, and it remains 2-2.
Can I be honest? I have my seat warmer on. It's beautiful, but it's nice to have my seat warmer.
I get you. I don't judge you.
Thanks.
7 pitches to a Rosarena, 5 foul balls. 2-2. So now it's 3-2 on a Rosarena, former Rookie of the Year in the American League in 2021. He actually won the ALCS MVP before winning the Rookie of the Year. Inside, and he walked him, and now 2 are aboard with 1 out.
Cubs defensively brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Mike Tauchman gets another start in center field. David Ross has been pleased with his work out there. Hap Suzuki flank him. Wisdom, Swanson, Horner, Mancini around the horn, and Yan Gomes behind the plate.
2 on, 1 out, and Hendricks looking for a ground ball. Lowe hits the ground ball up the middle. Diving play, Horner, and then it spills out of his glove. Runner coming home. Swanson throw, tag, out. And Wander Franco pointing at the dugout and saying, "Get the headset on. Let's look at it." Kevin Cash saying, "Hang on."
Yeah, they're going to challenge.
And they are going to challenge.
Oh, he wants to challenge whether there was the Yan was blocking the plate. Looked like he had a lane, and it looked like he was safe. Oh boy, it's close though.
Yeah, it is.
In real time, when I first saw it, I thought out for sure.
Tampa
that
Bay
first look we
is
had at it.
challenging the catcher violating
Not
the
so
whole
much.
plate collision rule and the safe call.
It's really hard to tell.
Is there enough yet to overturn?
I don't think there is.
Let's see, right.
That's but I can't see his hand.
If Lance Barksdale would move his mask,
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
could
move
look
your
at
mask.
it there. But
We should let him know.
But if we're breaking it down. That is frame by frame is what they're going to be looking at in New York, and I think he's okay in terms of he gave him a lane, he wasn't blocking the plate, and I don't think there's enough there to overturn this call. I think he's going to be out, and I think the Rays will have used their challenge here. In the very first inning, we'll have no more. Then again, I could be wrong.
And again, you see them challenge both, and it's kind of a 2-for-1 just in case. They don't actually think, I don't believe in this instance that he was blocking a plate. Lance Barksdale, the crew chief. So if you're a fan of The Wire, you know what that means. This is the Barksdale crew.
Yeah, this is it. Get those hoppers.
I'm not. I don't know.
It really, JD just won the night
know.
with the hoppers, Joe.
I don't know.
Really good throw, by the way, from Dansby Swanson as Horner tried to kind of do the sky hook toss to second, and instead Franco just kept going.
And Horner, a good job keeping it on the infield to even make that play at home possible.
I don't know that they can conclusively say that he was safe. I think he was safe, but I don't think you can.
Is there right enough?
Here we go.
After review, there was no violation. The call on the field stands. The runner is out. Tampa will lose their challenge.
By really aggressive base running by Franco, and he ends up paying the price. Let's see what Dansby's opinion is on this call. Heads out.
single, and the out goes 4-6-2. So now 2 on, and here is Harold Ramirez. I jokingly earlier called him longtime Cub Harold Ramirez. Laces that one, but right at corner, 105.8, and the Rays do not score. Midway in the first, the Rays nothing, and here come the Cubs.
Wendy's Strawberry Frosty is back for the summer, so Tyler's been spending a lot of Frosty time outside.
Ooh. What? Bro, you look like a strawberry. It'll even out.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Now open late.
If you're 65 years or older, or will soon turn 65, look to a Medicare plan that cares back. From Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, the right plan for all your big plans ahead. That's the benefit of Blue. Through it all.
I wanna go outside again. I wanna sit back with all I wanna go outside again.
Your milkshakes cost way less than before. Join Uber One and save way more.
Okay, that's a cut.
Your cornflakes cost way less than before.
Cut.
Your grilled steaks cost way less than before. Wait, all of that rhymes with milkshake?
More or less.
Talk to me, I'll speak to you. Can you listen to the sound?
Call Jill.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Santa Fe with America's best warranty.
Now, get 0% financing or $750 bonus cash on the Santa Fe. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Well, back here as we go to the bottom of the first, let's take a look at the Cubs lineup brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Horner, Swanson, and Happ, then Suzuki, Mancini, Tachman, Wisdom, Gomes, and Morrell will do the DHing, and he will hit 9th for a Cubs lineup that's 7th in the NL in runs per game. They got their work cut out for him tonight. As Horner swings, drives one left field, and that one is gone! Nico Horner puts a charge into one. His 4th of the year, the first pitch from McClanahan, and it is 1-0.
You talk about a rude greeting. How about that swing of the bat by Nico Horner? We talked about him last night being an atypical leadoff hitter, a guy who doesn't see a lot of pitches. He's very aggressive, and he goes up there hacking. And man, did he get into that one.
Got just enough of it.
And JD, we were watching his BP today. You were noticing, okay.
Left field, and Arozarena is there to pull it down.
And Nico is having some good BP, knocking some long balls.
Yeah, he's halfway up the bleachers at times in BP. Starting pitcher for the Rays is brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Shane McClanahan, one of the best in the business. Fastball that averages 97 miles per hour, but you see he doesn't lean all that heavily on that pitch. Uses all of his secondary pitches a good bit. 64 innings and a 1.97 ERA.
Yeah, McClanahan deals down low to Ian Happ. So the lefty from Cape Coral, Florida, he was born in Baltimore. And pitched at the University of South Florida, first-round pick in 2018, facing Ian Happ, who has struggled from this side, the right side.
And overall, it's been a little bit of a rough go for Ian lately. 4 out of 24 on the homestand. McClanahan has made 11 starts this year. He's allowed more than 2 runs in a start only once.
Pumps in that one for a strike at 95. I mean, his fastball velo is actually up slightly from last year, and he's throwing his fastball a little bit more. Popped up, fouling back at the plate. Mejia near the screen, and then it hits one of the wires and redirects into the stands.
The interesting thing that I find about McClanahan is when you look at his numbers this year, he has reverse splits with that 4-seamer in particular, that fastball. So lefties are hitting 316 off of it, but righties 173. And we saw Nico drill one.
Outside, and Happ will take his base. So with one out, a man aboard.
Hey, let's take another look at that Nico Hoerner home run, and it's brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. McClanahan just trying to get ahead, get this ball game started, and Nico jumps all over that elevated 96. That's the other piece about Nico. We talk a lot about the ability to get on top of velocity at the top of the zone.
And you saw there just doing such a good job of keeping his hands in. That ball is up and in. That's where he takes his bat, his hands, and he gets it out.
So the Cubs lead on the Nico homer. Happ at first. Lefty fires. And a hard hit ground ball into left field, base hit. One of the things we've seen from Seiya Suzuki, the hard hit rate is up, and JD, the pull rate is up. That was 111.6 miles an hour, but you think about the slug improving, it's not a surprise that he's pulling more.
Right, yeah, he's getting the head out on the fastball. He's been really wearing out left-handed pitching. This is a slider. More solid contact from Suzuki. He's one of the Cubs who's been swinging it well here of late.
That one squirts away from Mejia, racing for third, and Happ is a dead duck. Well, he ran ball in dirt because Mejia couldn't find it. He was kind of scrambling around.
Yeah, I mean, just unfortunate break for Happ that Mejia ultimately did find it as quickly as he did. I think you want to be aggressive on the bases against a guy like McClanahan. It's hard to string hits together against him.
Mancini takes a 2-0 for a strike. Two and two.
Seems to me that Seiya probably should have gotten to second base on that play.
Yeah, it's a good call because I was noticing there at first, and so when you see Ian go ahead, trying to get a runner in scoring position too when you can't against McClanahan.
Mancini is gone, and that is the inning. But Nico Hoerner, first pitch in the bottom of the first, and it leaves the park. 1-0 Cubs.
Hey, big man.
Hey.
Dave told me you got some kind of great system for betting that really works.
It's true.
What is it? Is it like home dogs? No. It's bird mascots.
No, I just use FanDuel's responsible gaming tools like time and spending limits to manage my play.
That's the system.
Hasn't failed me yet.
Cool. You know what, man? I'm just going to keep this between you and me.
It's not a secret, Bob.
Every bettor has a system. Make FanDuel's responsible gaming tools a key part of yours. It's more fun that way.
Much to care for in your life. That's why Nationwide is on your side.
Upwork talent.
Yes. Oh man, a Mark Berger rookie card? Software engineer in Baltimore? You could build a lineup around this kid.
Lynn Duncan.
No way.
Don't touch. So rare.
Richard Porter, master of project management.
Lisa Smith, all-star remote copywriter. With Upwork, you can find the best freelance remote talent no matter where they are.
I didn't realize Ahmad Din has bilingual copywriting skills.
You didn't know about the Dinster? Upwork.
This is how we work now.
When you look back on this day, you might remember the heat wave or the strawberry shortcake slush float with crunchy sugar crystals. Greg, however, will never forget the homemade water slide incident. $2.99 strawberry shortcake snowball slush float. Sonic.
An ice cold Michelob Ultra, courtesy of Saw Your Airball last game. A refreshing Michelob Ultra, courtesy of You Have a Highlight Reel of Airballs.
Touche. Cheers, my friend.
Back at Wrigley, John Sciambi, Elise Menaker, and Jim DeShays. Kyle Hendricks back to work. And Nico Hoerner's giving him a 1-0 lead. Isak Paredes takes a strike. Paredes, originally signed by the Cubs. Actually, he was traded to the Tigers and then came over in the Austin Meadows trade, the 0-1. And that one is in for a strike.
First chunk of the season, Paredes really just hitting. You know, his walk rate is down. His strikeout rate is about the same it's been in his career. So far, just hitting his way on base. You saw that on base percentage of .354, the average .282. All right now, the way he's going, career highs.
That one just missing. How about this, JD? I talked with Chad Mottola pregame, their hitting coach, and he maintained that he felt like so many of their guys being in the WBC helped them offensively get off to a fast start, being in competitive settings. Swing and a miss. And Hendricks able to get Paredes, who was with Mexico in the WBC.
Makes sense. Yeah, I would buy that.
I think you're more concerned when it came to the WBC with pitchers, how they would be ramping up early and what that would do for their season. But I think on the position side, the hitter side, it could only help you. You get in that mode, you're seeing competitive pitches early.
First one to Raley. And that's upstairs. And even Marcus Stroman touched on the idea that the last time he pitched in the WBC, he got off to a great start. He loved it. He felt like it helped him. Oh, I like the glasses.
Ooh. Don't stay away from that. Sooner or later they're going to swing, and sooner or later Lance might call it for you. That one catches the bottom of the zone.
The 2-0. And that is in for a strike.
I want to commission an exhaustive study of all players that performed in the World Baseball Classic to see as a whole how the performance was.
Okay.
Versus non-WBC players.
You have a suspicion?
I don't. I'm just curious.
I feel like hitters, they would be like those numbers may be a little more inflated than normal.
Oh, look at those guys. They get their
That's cool.
Mexico hats on. Swing and a miss. Raley coming up empty.
Here's that outstanding let up. Pulls off out in front over the top. And he struck out about 32% of his plate appearances.
JD, it's time right now for the keys to the game, and they're brought to you by your local Hyundai dealer.
Yeah, changes in the air. Both these pitchers feature outstanding change-ups. And if you're looking for Cubs to do damage against the lefty McClanahan, we like Seiya and Yan Gomes. And running game should be in play for both these clubs here tonight. And I'm not talking about a ton of stolen bases. I just think teams will be looking to take advantage. The Rays have all kinds of team speed. And Mejia, the catcher for the Rays, he's only caught 1 out of 18 this year. He's got a strong arm, but base runners have been taking liberties.
JD, right now, if I made you do your best run, Forrest, run,
I was going to ask.
Really lean into it, would you do it?
No, because I'd have to hear it. I can kind of hear it in my head.
Okay.
Are none of us just going to do it? We're all just going to say that and sit here?
I think it's just going to sit there.
Run, Forrest, run.
There you go.
That's not bad.
That's good.
Thanks.
I cannot.
Good job, Jenny.
Good.
Did you say Jenny?
Jenny.
Jenny.
Here we go.
Raley, a big man, but he runs well. He has swiped 7 in 8 tries. They have power up and down the lineup. They have speed up and down the lineup. Margot hits it on the ground a lot.
Raley edges away at first, 0-1. There he goes. And that one slapped the other way. Raley can't find it. Eventually, Suzuki picks it up. So they had a golden opportunity to put runners at first and third, but Raley didn't pick up the baseball.
Nobody picked up Nico Horner, who did a real nice job deking him as if he was going to make a play on this ball. Raley hits the deck, figures he better not wander off. But Nico, in fact, did not have the ball. Suzuki did out in right field.
It's just kind of an inside-out poke from Margot, which we saw a lot of in Kyle Hendricks' first start. Not a lot of hard contact. He'll get the soft contact, but now it's just a matter of how will things now be put together by the offense, this Rays team.
And there's a strike to Mejia.
You know, it's interesting. Years ago, they used to teach on hit-and-run plays or straight steal when the ball might be put in play. You know, you shouldn't look in because you might lose half a step. Then that was basically disproved. You're not really losing any speed by taking a look. And now we've seen a couple instances of guys, like we saw it with Alonso the other night with the Mets here, just straight on to second base, not bothering to look back in and finding that ball put in play.
On the ground to the right side. Let's see if they can turn it. Corner to Swanson to Mancini. Double play. 4-6-3. And Kyle Hendricks gets the ground ball and gets out of the jam. 1-0 midway in the second. The Stroh Show back to work. Sitting on a milestone as he's got 999 career strikeouts. Stroman, a payoff pitch to Freeman. In there, got him looking. In career strikeout number 1,000 for Marcus Stroman.
Careful, cheese is hot.
Technology lets drones deliver pizza.
Have a nice day.
But to deliver powerful insights that are on target, you need more than technology. You need CDW.
We can help transform and manage your IT environment with a Dell Technologies solution. So you can use your data to innovate.
Oh, pizza's here.
I'm still gonna eat it. Me too.
Tip, please.
Dell Technologies makes data-driven insights possible. CDW makes it powerful.
When Arby's added bacon to the Wagyu Steakhouse burger, it was like, not bad. Then Arby's grabbed that peppercorn ranch and has never felt more alive. Arby's, we have the meats.
Fans, this military salute is proudly presented by Russia's Road Home program, a center for veterans and their families. Road Home has served thousands of veterans, active duty service members, and families across the U.S. If you or a loved one are in need of treatment, please reach out for health care and wellness services. Learn more about Russia's life-changing services at roadhomeprogram.org. And thanks to U.S. Navy machinist mate First Class James Morrissey for his service. And thanks to all of you for recognizing him between innings. Oh, Mike Fox, speaking my language. And Mike Tauchman, there it is. That's my Glenn Close shot right there. From the natural, JD?
Oh, absolutely. I can see her there.
Tauchman comes up empty in the count 1-1. It'll be Tauchman, then Wisdom, and then Gomes against the lefty Shane McClanahan.
So Tauchman drove in the only run in yesterday's game, and I got a chance to catch up with him before today because the way he's been hitting since joining the Cubs, he's gotten a hit, a walk, or driven in a run in all 8 starts he's made. Today against McClanahan, I mentioned how lefties has been doing against the four-seamer, hitting .316. We saw him swing through 1, but that could be his opportunity here today to do something. When I talked to him before the game, just asked him about how last year playing in the KBO overseas, just what that did for him offensively. If you guys have talked, I'm sure you have to talk, but he's like a very cerebral guy. He puts a lot of thought into everything he's telling you. And more than anything, he felt
left field and a Rosarena for the out.
That it was more of a mindset shift for him. That kind of a reset is the word he kept using. Just, you know, able to take a step back and just focus on the task at hand. and not think always about that big picture. You know how once you start thinking about the results, everything can speed up on you, and that's when you actually don't perform the way that you can or want to. So being more process oriented, just thinking here, you know, what can I do in the situation I'm in?
First one to Wisdom is downstairs for a ball. Patrick at 224. He has always hit lefties. That one popped in the air softly to first, and Rayleigh makes the catch. Did Wisdom even know where the ball was?
I don't think so. It was kind of a funky half swing, kind of a block. Some confusion here.
Yeah, right in on his thumb.
That bat didn't shatter. Well, he's got an eye on it. He read foul ball early and hoping against hope that somehow Rayleigh would fall down or something.
Gomes comes up empty. Strike one to Jan, who's at 280 with 6 homers. And against lefties this year, 4 of his 6 home runs, and he's hitting over 360. Cubs lead on a Nico Horner homer.
Oh, there's that good changeup. Yeah, not only is the stuff really good, but he's kind of funky too with that delivery. Kind of jumps at you, throws that front arm up high. Reminds me a little bit, not to the extreme, but it's similar to Alex Wood.
Swing and a miss. Got him to chase the changeup, and 1, 2, 3 go the Cubs. End of 2, it's 1-0.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can do all your favorite beach activities, like spike ball, whitewater rafting, shrimp boils, wade fishing, or hanging with the locals. You can say that again.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on a new Toyota Corolla, Camry, RAV4, Highlander, or Tacoma. See your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
You've been endlessly searching for a new job, but it means you're missing out on everything else.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Create a free Indeed account and get back to the fun while employers search for you.
Affordable design. Endless possibilities. IKEA.
On Public.com, you can get a 5% yield when you move your cash into a Treasury account. Earn a higher yield than a high-yield savings account. Get started today. Public.com.
I struggled with CPAP every night. But now that I got the Inspire implant to treat my sleep apnea, I'm sleeping much better. In fact, it's making me think of doing other things I've been putting off.
Oh, like removing the tattoo of your first wife's name.
But your mom's name's Vicky, too.
That's even worse.
Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Learn more and view important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
Back at Wrigley, top of the third, 1-0 Cubs. Downstairs, and we say hi to Taylor McGregor.
Well, good evening, everyone. Kyle Hendricks on the mound tonight, and if he does what Marcus Stroman did yesterday, there will be no need for the bullpen. But if he does, there is a chance we could see Hayden Wisniewski out of the bullpen here tonight. There was a roster move made today. He was recalled from AAA Iowa after being sent down there, made 2 starts, pitched 9 innings, gave up just 1 earned run. The corresponding move, Michael Rucker optioned down to Iowa. But as for Wisniewski, yes, he is being used out of the bullpen as for now. The Cubs do not see him as a piece out of the bullpen long term. They do see him as a starter, but for now, David Ross saying we want our best arms on the major league team, and Hayden Wisniewski considered one of the best arms, so he'll be used out of the bullpen for now.
So there you go. So Wisniewski back with the big club and pitching out of the pen. Tommy Hotovy in his familiar spot next to David Ross, leadoff man aboard, and here is Wander Franco. Runner goes. Pitch is high. Throw to second is too late, and it's a stolen base. Man, they are aggressive, huh?
Came in tonight, the leading Major League Baseball with 73 steals. It's number 13 for Lowe. He's only been caught twice.
That one redirected. Horner will pick it up with the bare hand and out at first. Nice play by Nico as that one ricocheted off of Kyle Hendricks. It'll go 1-4-3 and Franco is out.
I've already seen some good defense from Nico, just knocking balls down. In this case, that's what Hendricks does. Gets a good ricochet, and Nico playing some good backup. Just charging in on that ball. Look at the way that he has to kind of redirect and making that throw across his body. Just all around really good play.
Yeah, Franco can really fly.
Another change up there to Rosarena. So clearly that's the scouting report on him. It's not like you're not ever going to throw him a fastball, but it was a heavy dose of changeups. He ultimately took a walk back in the first. I think Kyle threw him 6 changeups in a row.
The 2-0. And now 3-0 on a Rosarena, who was originally signed by the Cardinals out of Cuba and went from St. Louis to Tampa Bay in January of 2020, before COVID hit.
This is where you really want to know hitter tendencies. If he's a guy who never swings 3-0, you feel pretty comfortable pumping that fastball right through the heart of the zone. If he turns it loose every now and then on 3-0, you might be a little more judicious.
Look at that right there. Highest career playoff OPS. It goes Garrett, Ruth, and Randy. That's real. Popped it up a mile high. Horner with Swanson at his side. Nico on the grass and makes the catch. Ladies and gentlemen, this Cub game is available in Spanish. It's brought to you by Toyota on your SAP audio setting, provided by Tudian. Univision Sports Chicago, 1200 AM. Miguel Esparza, Omar Ramos with the call. And now Brandon Lowe singled his first time. Cubs lead on a Nico Horner homer.
JD, when we were talking earlier, you had mentioned the second time through, maybe we would see the curve more from Hendricks if they start sitting. If the sinker's working, they're looking for the change. They can sit on that. I think so far in this inning, we've only been one curve. It wasn't competitive, just kind of missed it. So as I just kind of watched that.
That first pitch of the inning.
Yeah.
I tried to land one against Josh Lowe and didn't execute a very good one, but obviously you can't afford to give up on that pitch altogether. A lot of times the best time to throw it is right after you throw a bad one. That's when you're most likely to be able to make the adjustment. Kyle, lifetime 87 up, 62 down, 3.46 ERA, 25th all time in wins for the Cubs franchise, 10th in strikeouts.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He'll add another strikeout. And Kyle with his third of the night. We're midway in inning number 3. A good changeup. Able to get Brandon Lowe. It's 1-0.
Google Pixel with Magic Eraser. Get the new Google Pixel 7a for free.
Yeah, we love our house, but the cost of home ownership has been a struggle, with utility prices rising. And sweetie, can you practice that somewhere else? Anyway, like I was saying, it's getting harder and harder to make ends meet. And, hon? Do you mind?
Well, on the bright side, new customers who bundle and save with Progressive save over 20% on average.
Sorry, we let them practice here on Thursdays. Sounding good, friends?
Together or separate?
If you get this wrong, there'll be no second date. No second date, you end up alone. Just like the psychic said.
And together. Cool.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Tucson with America's best warranty.
Now get 0% financing or $750 bonus cash on the Tucson. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
1-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. And a first offering to Christopher Morel. This is outside. And ball one. Morel, then Horner, and then Swanson. Morel at 299. Drills that one in the air out towards right center field, but the park will hold it. And a catch is made by Josh Lowe, one away.
Hey folks, check out the school night special offer. In addition to tickets, fans purchasing through this offer receive one regular hot dog as opposed to an irregular hot dog and a non-alcoholic beverage. Purchase, visit Cubs.com/school night special. We get to pick up all the irregular hot dogs on our way out after the game.
It's true. Nico Horner homering the first pitch of the game. And as he faces Shane McClanahan. Are you hungry? I knew you were. How about a McNugget or McNuggets? Time now for the McDonald's McNugget of the game, he tried to say. Highest WAR from the 2018 draft in the first round. These two cats.
Nico, the first round pick out of Stanford. McClanahan, compensation pick after the first round out of the University of South Florida. Number 31 overall that year.
Hey, he was a guy that had a good arm. He had Tommy John in college. And he's developed, as we mentioned at the outset of the broadcast, into one of the better starters in the game. 3-1. He gets a lot of swings and misses, especially with the changeup. You talk about whiff rate, so that means swing and miss rate. His changeup, by that measure, I mean, you're talking about he gets swing and miss on all of his pitches, but the changeup is the one.
Over 50%.
Yeah, sets him apart. Only Senga and Strider with the forkball and the slider.
And you're really only going to see the change against the righties. Doesn't really throw it against the lefties. He gets him there with the changeup. It was interesting to see him go through Nico and the pitches that he was using, because first pitch Nico was swinging his first at bat, hit that home run, but there just buried the four-seamer, and other than that was throwing off speed and breaking balls.
So 2 down now, and the base is empty, and it's Dansby Swanson. Fly to left his first time. Cubs 1, Rays nothing. Boog Shambi, Elise Menaker, Jim DeShays, Taylor McGregor. We're all here. Swanson last 9 coming in, hitting .303. Average right now, though, sitting at 268.
Dansby had never faced McClanahan before tonight, as is the case with most of the Cub hitters. Very few have seen him. Mancini had 18 at-bats against him, the former Oriole. Nobody else had more than 4. We don't have a great book on him. He pitched here last year, pitched well. 2 runs, 1 earned. Gave up a home run to Patrick Wisdom. That was about it.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the year. Swanson will take his base. You look at McClanahan. Interesting thing on his resume, JD. We're mentioning Rosarena in the playoffs. Shane McClanahan made his major league debut in the playoffs. He's the first pitcher ever to do that. So in the 2020 American League Division Series against the Yankees, remember out in San Diego, he became the first pitcher ever to debut in the postseason.
COVID year. So that was in San Diego, huh?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I remember that he created a lot of buzz, though.
On the ground to short, Franco goes to second. They get the out. And the buzz so far here tonight, a Nico Warner leadoff homer, and the Cubs on top 1-0.
Leading off the top of the third. Oh, it's a poop single to center.
Hey everybody, I'm here with Dave, who just got a nice win on FanDuel, and it's just the third inning. What are you feeling right now?
Lisa, I haven't been this happy since the second inning.
Well, enjoy your win. Well earned.
Whether you want to bet a hit in the first or a homer in the ninth, every at-bat is a chance to win big on FanDuel. New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000.
One day you might realize going to Grandma's doesn't count as vacation. But this sure does. When you're with Amex, it's never a question of if vacation will actually feel like vacation. It's when.
Threat's imminent. We need your unique set of skills.
Orson Fortune. That is a sexy name. Game on.
You can't catch this fish with conventional lures.
Ruse de guerre.
An unorthodox approach to war. Leave this with me.
You dance, I'll play.
Let's go to work. I would kill to see you in action.
Shadow me. What do I do?
Mark and Sam both have home insurance. Mark has home insurance through Hippo that offers him free consultations with home care experts who showed him easy ways to avoid problems like frozen pipes and other common issues around the house. Sam has old insurance, so he's improvising.
Why?
Because you don't have home insurance through Hippo. Upgrade now and get online expert home care advice that'll help you proactively stay ahead of trouble. Visit hippo.com and save up to 25% on home insurance.
Hey, it's the top of the fourth, and Kyle Hendricks will get back to work as he'll face Harold Ramirez. Ramirez, Paredes, and Rayleigh against the professor who delivers. And ball one. I made the joke when we did the lineup. I was asking, Harold Ramirez didn't even get into a spring training game. Remember, he had visa issues before they traded him. And somebody said, I think maybe he participated in a live BP. As he serves that one out into right field. Oh! Seiya Suzuki, what a catch! Absolutely gorgeous. David Ross has been emphasizing you got to take some risks defensively from time to time, and he started to do it, and it has paid off.
Yeah, he's made a number of highlight reel plays out there already this year. This coverage cam is brought to you by T-Mobile. Talked in recent days about the improved outfield jump for Suzuki. Near the bottom of the league in that department last year, near the top of the league this year. Yes, sir. Sticks to landing.
Indeed.
And Ramirez was looking over there because he saw the ball ended up on the end of his glove, and he's thinking, did he really catch that, or did that hit the ground? He caught it. I just wrote catch Seiya exclamation point on the scorecard. Now I know.
That's the Dwayne Kuiper model, the exclamation point.
How you're supposed to do?
Yeah. popped in the air, left side. Wisdom downstairs, and T-Mac.
Well, Boog, you mentioned how David Ross has challenged Sayas to take some risks defensively, and he did so in the form of helmet stickers, which is what you see in American football. Oftentimes, players are rewarded with stickers on their helmet. Well, I checked in with Sayas today. He has 3 stickers so far in his helmet, and I argued with David Ross. I think he deserves maybe a few of that, but they want to make sure that every sticker is given out truly deserved, not give them out too much, and they can't fill up the helmet too quickly. But certainly impressed by his defensive improvement this season.
Yeah, no doubt. That's a sticker, right? Are we all in on that?
I don't know. I feel like that's a sticker. I don't know Ross's criteria. For me, it's a sticker.
All right.
For me, it's a sticker.
Well, I'm asking you.
Yes, but I'm not the manager. I'm not handing out the stickers. I don't want to speak for the manager. He may have a higher threshold.
Where did he make the catch? He made the running catch in a gap the other day. That was his best catch, I think, as a Cub.
Did he get a sticker?
I don't know. In the air, out towards left center. T-Mac, what do you got?
Yes, he did. He got a sticker for that one.
T-Mac, was that last one a sticker for you?
That was a sticker for me. Stickers for everybody.
1-0.
You get a car.
You get a sticker, and you get a sticker.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles. Just enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
You won this year's chili cook-off. Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you. Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah, Nate.
Oh no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic, we're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay, just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh, yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
Hey, time now to play mound ball presented by Tasty Trade in between innings. Home plate umpire Lance Barksdale toss a new ball towards the mound. And if he can get the ball to stay on the mound, Cubs season ticket holder Alexandria Del Santo would have won the $1,000 Tasty Trade jackpot. Unfortunately, a little short. He missed clubbed and came up short of the green. And so the Tasty Trade jackpot will now carry over to tomorrow and will be worth $2,000 for a new lucky fan. Tasty Trade, stocks, options, futures, crypto, mound ball.
I like mound ball.
Me too.
I always say after a player makes a great defensive play like that, sticker-worthy catch, if you will, you got to come to the plate. You're feeling that momentum. He's ahead in the count. Poke one through.
That is drilled to center field. Whoa. 113.2 miles an hour.
He's been good on fastballs. He's been good against lefties. He's handled velocity. Man, that's a good-looking swing.
They'll say Suzuki doing it offensively and defensively. Back down to Taylor.
Well, I should mention, when I was talking to David Ross about the stickers, he says he does owe Seiya for one on the road. I think it was in Minnesota where he threw the runner out at third, if I'm remembering that correctly.
Okay.
So he said he doesn't bring the stickers on the road. He forgot them that road trip. So he does maybe 4, 5 with the one tonight. So, I mean, we can't give them out too frequently.
How are we not bringing the stickers on the road? I mean, let's bring the stickers on the road.
I know. I might have to bring them and just hand them out.
Off speed there and a change up and a swing and a miss. By the way, for Seiya Suzuki now, That last ball was hit just over 113 miles an hour. He has 2 of the top 3 hardest hit balls against Shane McClanahan this year. So 2 for 2 with a pair of singles that were scorched. Mancini going on strikes for the 2nd time. And with 1 away, it'll bring up Mike Tauchman. One of the things David Ross has talked so much about with Tauchman is the quality of the at-bat. And you look up at the board, on-base percentage is .412. He's hard to get out.
Yeah, well, he's not trying to lift the ball. He's not necessarily trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark. So, he sees the ball a little bit longer than many. He hits the ball the other way.
I was going to say, he just keeps it simple. That's what we were referring to. Not trying to do too much.
Ball to strike. Tauchman fly to left his first time. He's been getting the bulk of the time in center field. Cody Bellinger still out, coming back from that bone bruise on his knee. Maybe just shy of mid-June would be the hope of Cody Bellinger back and ready. He has started to hit. That one paints the outside corner for a strike.
One down there at the bottom of the zone has not been there all night for Lance Barksdale, but that time McClanahan gets the benefit of the doubt. Played Tauchman as an outfield hitter in the outfield, shading towards left a little bit. Ooh, look out.
Did that get somebody?
Edwin Rios, I believe.
Oh, yeah. See that game the other night?
Brewers
are playing Willie Adames. Foul ball off of the bat of Brian Anderson. He had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, they put him on the concussion protocol, I believe.
I think this is what has impressed me most with Tauchman, and David Ross has talked about this too, with the patience he shows at the plate, the discipline. It can be really easy to press the plate when you're in his situation, but you really don't see him taking too many bad swings.
Lefty ready, and to throw over to first, and Suzuki steps back in safely. One out man at first, 1-0. Line drive over the leaping Lowe and into right field, a base hit. Tauchman hit it hard.
So again, we talk about what Tauchman is doing, and it's not trying to do too much. He just stays through that ball that's low in the zone, so he just kind of shoots it over the infield, and that's going to be enough to get him on base. So again, starts a game, gets a hit.
And now it's Patrick Wisdom.
Well, this is how you win this game right here. Patrick Wisdom clicks one with a couple guys on base, give Hendricks and the bullpen a little working room. Most guys with the kind of velocity that McClanahan has work up in the zone to Patrick. Try to get up above the hands with that four-seam fastball. Down below the belt, he's very dangerous.
Now, one of the things the Cubs have taken a turn in the wrong direction, batting with men in scoring position. First 38 games, 275. Last 15, it's just 200, and the strikeout rate is way up.
Tried to throw that one 105. Well, the strikeout pitch for him tonight has been the changeup. He's got 4 punch-outs. They've all come swinging at changeups, and I suspect that's what we're going to see right here, that running changeup off the outside edge. Well, pulled it a little bit. The changeup just didn't execute it.
It's pretty amazing when you look at this guy. His fastball is 96.8. Last year it was 96.7. And last year he threw the lowest percentage of fastballs of any qualified starting pitcher. And his average fastball was over 96. That's drilled to center. And right there to make the catch is Margot.
A tough break for Wisdom. Hit that ball hard.
.111.7 the exit velocity, but Wisdom has nothing to show for it. Now here's Gomes, who struck out swinging his first time. The Cubs an opportunity, but now there are 2 outs. And Jan fouls one back, 0-1.
Boog, you were talking about the velocity of McClanahan, and I was reading in our notes that he has said, you know, well, when you have 96, 86, 83, 88, why are you just going to sit on that 96? He likes to mix it up, just, you know, keep the hitters off balance. But it's so interesting when you do have such an effective fastball, he doesn't go to it more. But trusting in his stuff, throwing it all with conviction.
Last year and this year combined, McClanahan has a 2.38 ERA. That's second best in Major League Baseball behind Justin Verlander. Strikeout rate of 29.9% is 4th best. Opponent batting average of 196 is 5th best.
He's a guy that you may not have heard a ton about, but in the mix is one of the top starters going.
Yeah, and I think that's just a function of being a Tampa Ray, right? As good as they have been, and they've been to the postseason 4 consecutive years. They've done a lot of winning, but they don't get a lot of attention.
The other thing that's crazy is, I mean, they got Springs and Rasmussen on the IL. They just got Glasnow back, but like, if they were fully healthy.
At the same time, this is what also, though, the Rays are known for, that they just can keep producing guys.
Going to work awfully hard here in the 4th.
This will be the 25th pitch of the inning. Gomes, a 1-2. And that one just got out of play. Josh Lowe scrambling down there, reached out, but it snuck. Yeah, it snuck into the stands.
Did that hit off his glove, like just the end of it?
It's hard for me to tell.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was the fan or his glove.
Guy down there trying to catch it kind of like a football, like two-handed trapping it against his body. That is not normally going to work out real well. Suzuki at second. He led off with a single. Tauchman, the runner, at first. 2 outs. 2-2. And Gomes hanging in there. Seen a little bit of everything. Field, Lowe makes the catch, and the Cubs leave a couple. End of 4, 1-0.
Wasn't me.
Your
you're never responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card.
After crashing my bike, further testing revealed the unthinkable. Stage 4 prostate cancer. I'm Dave, and this is my team at Northwestern Medicine. My oncologist, my surgical team, and my urologist. They moved quickly to attack my aggressive cancer.
Using breakthrough robotic surgery, Dave's team removed the tumor with extreme precision. He then received radiation treatments close to home.
I'm pretty tough, but my team, they're the toughest I know.
Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Affordable design. Endless possibilities. IKEA.
This is not the first all-electric car. That's because no BMW sees the road until it's reached the ultimate standard, our own. A standard that demands every BMW feels exactly like a BMW should. Unparalleled performance and precision handling made possible by electric engineering. But isn't that what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine? Take advantage of financing as low as 2.99% and a $2,000 credit.
Buying a new home? Get your home insurance through Hippo and enjoy our complimentary smart home sensors that notify you before something bad happens, helping you stay ahead of trouble.
Could have told me sooner.
Visit hippo.com and upgrade your home insurance. Upgrade now.
Hey, Cub fans, go to MarqueeSportsNetwork.com for the latest Cubs news and in-depth feature stories. Presented by Jeff Vukovich, your local nationwide insurance agent. Visit JeffVuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. There's the curveball.
Haven't seen it a ton.
Just a couple.
It goes Margot, then Mejia, and then Josh Lowe. Hendricks.
Whole time we've seen the curveball was the first pitch to start the inning. It was against Lowe and now against Margot. Neither one competitive.
One of the things that has made Kyle so good over the years is the ability to command his fastball in on right-handed hitters, right? A lot of guys don't have the conviction to throw that pitch in there. They're afraid they're going to make a mistake and they stay away. But when you're not a hard thrower, you have to go inside.
Left field, Happ coming on, and with one out downstairs, and Taylor.
Well, one thing you see a lot in Major League dugouts these days is the use of the iPad. We talk about it a lot with hitters, but pitchers use it as well. Kyle Hendricks in between innings on the iPad with Tommy Hotovy. And Hotovy said every guy is different of what they're looking at, the things they're digesting and dissecting in between half innings. But he said with Kyle, it's all about mechanical cues. So oftentimes they'll evaluate pitch location, go over specific pitches, and then Hotovy will say, okay, here's what I see. And most of those are just mechanical cues to help align with pitch location and being able to command and execute.
One of the things for Kyle, as you see, watch, it's a good tight look at his motion, is Swanson not able to come up with a line drive, and that was smoked off the bat of Mejia. JD, something as simple as when and how does Kyle take the ball out of his glove has been a real focus for Tommy Hotovy and Kyle Hendricks.
Yeah, all part of the, the timing of it when you break your hands. Some guys, they find they're a little bit late and they're elevating the ball. They got to break a little quicker so the arm can catch up to the body, get on top, and create a good downward angle.
And it feels like now the mechanics for Kyle more important than ever, coming back from his injury and just talking about how he shortened his motion so can be less strain on his shoulder. He can repeat that motion. Just making some tweaks.
The old slide step changeup. Go a little quicker to negate the running game, and a lot of times you get the hitter out in front too. And this is one where you really have to make sure you get through that pitch. Kind of a quick hand.
In the air out towards right center. Tauchman back and makes the catch.
This season, fans in Illinois can purchase Cubs Charities 50/50 raffle tickets starting at 11 a.m. through the end of each game at Cubs.com/raffle or from a raffle ambassador here at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning.
There's an ambassador. It was a rough series against Cincinnati in terms of trying to hold down that Reds offense. 25 runs and 18 extra base hits. And so far it's gone much better. I mean, go figure, right? Against this offense. Nice pitch.
Baseball being baseball, of course, we always talk about, momentum in baseball is your next night's starting pitcher. And we saw a gem from Marcus Stroman last night and very solid work from Kyle so far here tonight. Going on 14 consecutive scoreless innings against, if not the best offense in baseball, second to the Rangers.
Franco a single and a stolen base, and he's also grounded out hard.
But this being Kyle's second start back this year, this is the one that you're really looking at to kind of gauge where he's at. That first one we talked about, the emotions he was feeling just getting back out on the mound, and here he is against one of the best offenses in baseball through this order a third time. And so now a couple nights in a row we're seeing the key outings they need, but I think also just really impressive for Kyle for this to be a second outing and to look the way he does right now against this team.
Trying to dot down and away. And this lineup is a handful. They do a little bit of everything. That power speed combo. Only the Rangers have scored more runs per game.
Well, the Rangers have the best run differential in Major League Baseball now.
Just off the outside edge. Good try.
And two options there for Kyle. Either try to trick him with the changeup or paint the fastball. He went for plan B and just missed that outside edge.
Yeah, into the day's play, the Rays a run differential of 119, the Rangers 128. And there's a strike to Randy Arozarena. I have a note that says that Randy Arozarena in the minor leagues nicknamed himself El Jefe, which is the boss. Hat picks it up quickly. Throw is a little too late. And Arozarena an RBI single, and we're starting to overtime at 1. Got that pitch up and was able to hit it hard.
And the boss took control there, taking advantage of the free pass that Kyle just gave up. And here just poking that, taking really an outside pitch, has the strength to pull it in half. Good attempt, but just not enough. And as you said, Boog now all tied up.
Tommy Hotovy is going to go out to the mound. Kyle Hendricks at 70 pitches.
Whether it's lighting up Chicago or helping a neighbor in need, Powering Chicago's commitment to better construction, better careers, and better communities never quits. Powering Chicago, IBEW Local 134, NECA, Chicago.
Conversation continues. Dansby Swanson joining that chat. And Edward Alzolay up and throwing.
The last two seasons, left-handed hitters have done a lot of damage against Kyle. Lyle's got a lot of swing and miss, but he also has a lot of power. He's very aggressive, attacks that first pitch a lot.
Swings at it there as he got the four-seamer and fouled it back. 0-1 on Brandon Lowe, who has singled and struck out. But you're right, JD, last couple seasons, usually if there was a big hit, it was coming off the bat of a left-hander.
Yeah, and that has not been the case in his career. For the bulk of his career, he's been really good at neutralizing left-handed hitters and keeping the slug down. But the slugging in particular from the left-handed hitters the last couple of seasons has been an issue for him. Looks like they want to work the fastball up above the hands, float the changeup down and away. This is one of those circle the box in your scorecard moments. Big situation here for Kyle.
Got him out front of the changeup. He had Franco 0-2 and just could not put him away, and eventually walked him. And then it led the way for Rosarena to come up with the RBI single to tie this thing at 1-1. Porter picks it up, throw to first in time. So Nico on a tough in between hop, able to record the out. And Kyle Hendricks and the Cubs knotted at 1 with the Rays.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
There's a high fly deep to left. Back. Hey! It's a home run for Mike. Attaboy, Ernie!
In 16 years, Greg Gerstner will land the perfect cannonball with friends he's already meeting now at AARP volunteer and community events to help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Nothing scary about Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the #1 longest-lasting AA battery.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can do all your favorite beach activities, like spike ball, whitewater rafting, shrimp boils, wade fishing, or hanging with the locals. You can say that again.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on a new Toyota Corolla, Camry, RAV4, Highlander, or Tacoma. See your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Taste is not an option. Taste is everything. 1800, the world's most awarded tequila.
Medicare eligible? Get a Medicare plan that cares back.
Welcome back here at Wrigley. 1-1, bottom 5, and the first one to Morel. And that one bends in for a strike from Shane McClanahan, the lefty with a good curveball there. Christopher Morel flying to right his first time. And it comes up empty at the changeup.
So many weapons. Lands the curveball for strike 1 and gets the chase on the changeup. When he makes a mistake.
A swing and a miss, and McClanahan makes short work of Morel. Well, folks, right there you're looking at Ashley Lunardini. Last year, Ashley suffered a severe stroke and is working hard every day to achieve new milestones and make a full recovery. And she was surprised today by her entire care team at Advocate Illinois Masonic, whom she credits for saving her life. Ashley met with players pregame today. She threw out the first pitch. And nice to see her at the game here tonight. Ashley Lunardini, glad they're on the way to recovery. Cubs have Julian Merriweather up in the pen. See if it's the end of the line for Kyle Hendricks. That one popped up. And a catch made by Lowe, and there are 2 outs.
And the fact that Julian is throwing now leads me to believe that it is going to be all for Kyle here tonight. Handshakes. Get him up the tunnel. Feeling good about his results.
Yeah, 75 pitches and just the 1 run allowed.
Yeah, I think in terms of quality of contact, the Rays hit him a little bit harder than the Mets did. But the Mets were just able to string those hits together in that 1 inning. Some soft contact. It's still a good start tonight against a very talented team. 5 innings of 1-run ball. Kyle will take it upstairs.
He limited the damage. I thought, if you said before the game that he would have 3 walks, you would have thought it would not be a 1-1 game at this point with the way they can string hits together, run the bases. We saw them be aggressive, but the way Kyle was able to shut them down, I think that's all positive right now. And really never using we had mentioned looking for that curve and never needing it, never using it. So doing it all without that.
97 the heater from the lefty, and Swanson comes up empty now 2-2.
Well, that's tough. All right, the guy can elevate the fastball, and he throws a dart at the bottom of the knees.
Foul back. Swanson stays alive. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, base is empty. The lights really starting to take effect here at Wrigley. As Dansby Swanson uses his timeout. McClanahan. And he gets some swinging. Swanson is gone. We played 5, and it's a 1-1 game.
Leading off the top of the 3rd. Oh, it's a bloop single to center.
Hey everybody, I'm here with Dave, who just got a nice win on FanDuel, and it's just the 3rd inning. What are you feeling right now?
Lisa, I haven't been this happy since the 2nd inning.
Well, enjoy your win. Well earned.
Whether you want to bet a hit in the 1st or a homer in the 9th, every at-bat is a chance to win big on FanDuel. New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000.
Remember college? 5-Hour Energy got you through then. And now, we'll get you through again. Rediscover 5-Hour Energy.
Corner booths, sticky floors, catching breaks, and second wins. You never forget the way some things taste. Great taste, 96 calories. Tastes like Miller time.
Today, Kayla rings the bell. Who saved Kayla's life? They've all been so good to me.
And they said, this is not a death sentence. This is actually a life sentence. We're so glad we could catch it for you.
It was such a team effort. So much happened in that little time, and they made it work. I mean, they've saved my life. I'm the luckiest person in the world right now. I'm so grateful.
Ace is the only national hardware retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint at over 4,000 stores. And only Ace offers the extra mile promise. We'll help you get everything you need to paint in one trip, or delivery is free.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Pitching change is brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. It's time for Julian Merriweather for the 21st time. 20 2/3 innings and a 4.79 ERA for the hard-throwing right-hander. See him up into the upper 90s with that fastball. You see the workload. A couple days off after working Friday and Saturday. Good slider to get started.
4.79 ERA for Merriweather, but in the month of May, 9 appearances, an ERA of 2 and 13 strikeouts in 9 innings.
Yeah, for the season, he struck out 27, walked only 6. Kind of like that. He's allowed 2 home runs. So his FIP, guys, is 2.80. His fielding independent pitching.
That's right. I love when you talk FIP to me. Base hit into left field past the diving Wisdom. All right, well, folks, a reminder coming up June 15th. It's the 3rd annual Lou Gehrig night at Wrigley Field. The Cubs and Marquee Sports Network looking to raise awareness and funds in the fight against ALS. First 5,000 early arriving fans of the Budweiser bleachers will receive a special ALS awareness T-shirt presented by Sloan that evening. Cubs charities will do the 50-50 raffle. It'll benefit organizations that work to fight ALS. And Marquee and the Cubs are partnered to host an online auction featuring unique items and experiences. And the proceeds benefit Project Main Street. Tachman makes the call and calls off Hap. Runner tags, and getting in there is Ramirez. So the go-ahead run into scoring position. Hey, real quick on the T-shirts. If you're of a mind, we're selling these T-shirts. You can visit projectmainstreet.org. End ALS for Lou in conjunction with Lou Gehrig Day. All the proceeds benefit people living with ALS. We sold a little over 800, hoping to sell 2,023. So help us out from now till June 15th. Lou Gehrig Day is June 2nd. The Cubs nice enough to have a Lou Gehrig Day here at the ballpark because we'll be on the road. We'll be in San Diego. That one in the dirt. And now 2-0 to Raley.
And the reason why you should buy the T-shirt is because then we all get a match. We'll be wearing those T-shirts on Lou Gehrig Day.
Mm-hmm. That's the truth, Ruth.
Do a lot of hard work, Boog, for a good cause, so we can buy a T-shirt.
Yeah, thank you. That was buy a T-shirt, not I do a lot of hard work.
Both. It was. You want a bat?
Yes.
Buy a T-shirt now. That's what I heard.
The 3-1.
We've seen Julian really good at times. Sometimes in the more high leverage situations, the command wobbles a little bit. So that's the next phase for Merriweather, right? The stuff. I mean, all 3 of his pitches are quality. Good jump on the fastball. The slider's good and tight. Changeup is a plus pitch. Can you execute in critical moments?
Now to Swanson, who gave a look to third and instead throws out Raley. A reminder, tomorrow it's a new episode of Road to Wrigley live, presented by Prevagen. It features live look-ins at all the biggest moments in the Cubs minor league system. It premieres tomorrow at 6 p.m. You doing that show?
I am. I'll be there.
Dig it.
I have some good pitchers on the mound that we can be watching for.
Did you say
Wicks,
Jordan Wicks is pitching?
Cade Horton. Those names might ring a bell. For first rounders.
Yeah, the last 2 first rounders, right?
Yeah, you got it.
We'll see who.
There'll be a lot of good baseball. I'm sure we'll be talking a lot of pitching with that. I know that Lance and Jim are already, not this Jim, but Jim Callis. Yeah, he's already really excited to talk about it. And keep in mind, too, that the draft is coming up, so we might hit on some of that stuff and players to watch out for that the Cubs could pick with that 13th slot.
Budweiser broadcast booth. This Bud's for you. Merriweather trying to keep this a 1-1 game. We're at the top of the 6th. Pitch to Margot. On the ground, Swanson backhands, gets rid of it in a hurry. And Merriweather pitches around a leadoff single. Midway in inning number 6. Good look at it right there. We're tied at 1.
For your next vehicle, let the numbers do the talking and shop at the Bob Lacurcio Auto Group. Now with 13 automotive brands, we're ready to help you find the exact vehicle you're looking for. And our 14 locations help us serve all of the Chicago area, Northern Indiana, and Peoria. With 10,000 new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from, there are countless reasons why the Bob Lacurcio Auto Group is your #1 place to buy your next vehicle. Find your nearest location today.
You're going to like buying a car this way.
Who drinks Budweiser? You know the type. The people who grind. The ones who don't back down. And always stay loud. The people who share the same spirit, share the same beer. This Bud's for you.
Message de Burger dans le voyage. Baissine avec 20 minutes, c'est qui fait son journey now. And voilà.
This gonna taste all right.
I went to Angie and typed in pool,
water heater,
cleaners, garage,
interior painting, exterior painting.
For whatever project you need, there's an option. Ooh, I have another project. Let me try this.
Get started at Angie.com today.
Cashback is good, but double cashback is even better. Discover matches all the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year, which is cashback at its best.
Time now for our Miller Lite social scene. In case you missed it, it was certainly a Stro show yesterday. One hit, complete game shutout for Marcus Stroman, and then his post-game pool session with Brandon Hughes. We know Marcus Stroman very in tune with his body and very particular about his routine.
Look at Ian Happ. That one falls in between Lowe and Lowe, and it ends up being a double.
How about that?
Wow.
What a break. What a break.
I mean, they have been an elite defensive team.
Yeah, Lowe and Lowe with some confusion out there. What should have been a harmless pop-up. You can't blame the wind. You can't blame the sun. You can only blame each other, fellas. This double is brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on every new car. McClanahan can't believe it.
Credit to Happ for running that out, because especially if things aren't going well for you at the plate, sometimes you just aren't feeling it and you don't want to run through it, but he gets a second. That's a big deal now with no outs, already in scoring position, a tied ball game.
Yeah, it's been a frustrating stretch for Ian Happ, there's no question, and yet still able to bust it out of the box and get to second.
Well, on there for the right guy too. Suzuki 2 out of 2, 2 real good swings against McClanahan. He's overthrowing right now because he doesn't have an answer for Suzuki.
Pitch count continues to climb. He's at 87. Go ahead run is at second. And a fastball in for a strike, 3-1. Calvin Fauché up and loosening.
I wonder if I'm related to him. I'm related to some Fauchés.
Are you?
Back in my hometown, yeah.
Okay. I like that they have a Fauché and a Poche.
Is this all real? Are you being serious?
I think we're both being serious.
Okay.
Foul back. And Elise, by the way, just to be fair,
yeah,
totally fair questions that you're asking. Yeah.
Thanks.
Because we're morons.
Thanks for that positive reinforcement. I needed that.
You're familiar with our work.
Seems to me like McClanahan's been a little more focused with the fastball last couple innings, where he leaned so heavily on that changeup early. I mean, he's challenged. We saw it in the Swanson at bat. Saw him with Nico. 3-2 base opening against a guy who's jumped on him twice here tonight. A couple of really aggressive pitches with that heater.
Suzuki continues to hang in.
Clearly would have been ball 4, but tough when a guy's throwing 97. You got to get it started early.
Yeah, Suzuki, not just against 95 and above, his hard hit rate overall has been up this year. That one in there for a strike. Wow, he went slider. How many sliders has he thrown tonight? Not a ton.
Not a ton. I don't think he's thrown that many deep in counts. But this is a really good call by the catcher Mejia. Good execution by McClanahan after all those fastballs. Very difficult to do anything with that slider.
I don't think he really throws a lot of sliders to righties in general. It's more so that changeup that he uses to neutralize against that four-seamer.
So he has actually thrown 15 sliders. So I was wrong. He's thrown more, at least, than I thought. Kyle Snyder out.
Kind of in line with what he does, right?
Yep, no doubt.
It's remarkable when you look at pitchers' game log from game to game how consistent they are.
Yeah, the curve and the slider are sort of inverted there, but otherwise, yeah, or reversed.
I mean, to have 4 quality pitches and use all of those secondary pitches at least 10% of the time makes it awfully difficult for the opposing hitters.
Mancini fouls it off. That's a big comeback to get Suzuki. He fell behind 3-0.
Yeah, fell behind 3-0 and he had a base open against a guy who's been good against him tonight. But I guess when you're one of the top pitchers in the league, you think a little bit differently, you attack a little bit differently than most.
Chop to the right side. And Lowe handles the chance 2 away, and Happ down to third. Time now for our Prevagen memorable moment. We take you back to yesterday. Marcus Stroman threw a near flawless gem, 1-hit complete game shutout. He faced just 29 Rays batters, best outing of the year, and it came against baseball's most potent offense. You look back at complete games since 2016, there have only been 4. Stroh yesterday, before that Hendricks with the other 3. The last in 2020 against Milwaukee on opening day of that COVID-shortened season. And a base hit into right field, and Tuchman the other way. Well, he knocked in the only run of the game yesterday, and he delivers the go-ahead run with a single to left here tonight.
We continue to talk about Tauchman's approach, and this one kind of goes inside out on it. It's a four-seamer that's in, but he just bloops it the other way to left, and that's going to be enough when you got Happ on third. You can score easy on that. And how about that, what we have seen from Tauchman since he's been up here?
So the Cubs end up making the Rays pay for the defensive miscue. Pitching change brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you.
Lease a new Ford F-150 STX for $419 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
You won this year's chili cook-off. Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you. Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah, Nate.
When Arby's added bacon to the Wagyu Steakhouse burger, it was like, not bad. Then Arby's grabbed that peppercorn ranch and has never felt more alive. Arby's, we have the meat.
Double is good, like double cheeseburgers. The best double of all is Elgin Hyundai's exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. That's double America's best warranty. Visit Elgin Hyundai today on the double.
You're going to like buying a car this way.
Chicago Cubs baseball on Marquee Sports Network is brought to you by your local Hyundai dealer. Find the dealer nearest you at buyhyundai.com. By Advocate Healthcare. Let's live well and make the most of every moment, game day and every day. And by Wintrust, proud legacy partner of the Chicago Cubs and exclusive home of Cubs checking. Yes, you got it. Calvin Fauché will take over, and normally the Rays, the bullpen is one of the anchors of their team. It has not been the case this year. Fauché, heavy ground ball rate, delivers a strike to Wisdom.
Sinker at 95. He's got a good curve ball. Just recently recalled a few days ago. This is his 11th appearance.
If you're looking for someone or somebody to blame as it relates to the decline of the starter or the advance in bullpenning, blame the Rays. I say that tongue in cheek, but runner takes off, ground ball to short. Franco just gets Wisdom, and Fauché gets out of it, but Tauchman a single to left, and the Cubs have a 2-1 lead.
There's a liner. Hey, what a catch by Santos. Man alive, did Ronnie come up with one there.
I'm Peter Davidson, because before 11 a.m., I like to keep it toned down and simple, just like Taco Bell breakfast, with fluffy eggs, sausage, and a crispy hash brown. Isn't that right, co-host Rhonda?
Are we on TV right now?
I don't know.
We have such good luck in nature. So cute.
Millions of dollars worth of cocaine fell from the sky this morning.
There's more of this out there.
Check it out. Something got into it.
What happened to you?
A bear did cocaine.
A bear?
What's wrong with that bear?
Cocaine bear.
What's up, guys? I'm Dustin Poirier here in beautiful Louisiana with Hop Water. About to get a workout session in. Let's go! I like Hop Water because it's a healthy alternative to beer. It's crisp, refreshing, calorie-free. When I'm in training, that's very important. The benefit of drinking Hop Water is it has a couple things in there that I was already using. Adaptogens like ashwagandha. It's exactly what I was looking for, and it has become my new go-to. I drink Hop Water every day. It's just part of my routine now.
Well, Carlos and I waiting to see if one run's going to hold. We'll talk about it on Cubs post-game line. But in the meantime, on our FanDuel live bet, over under a half a run scored in the 7th stanza. What do you think, Lowe?
No run scored in the 7th inning. It's going to be a tight one, Cole.
Okay, we'll keep it tight, and we will see you Cubs post-game live. Until then, back to you.
And here is Mark Leiter Jr. on for the 22nd time, 21 1/3, a 1.69 ERA. He's been the Cubs' best reliever, JD.
Yeah, indeed he has. A bullpen that has struggled mightily this year. Cubs bullpen ERA 4.65 is the highest in the National League. But Mark Leiter has certainly done a very solid job. He last pitched on Saturday through 16 pitches in a scoreless inning against the Reds. 21 appearances for Mark. He's only been scored upon in 3 of those outings.
Nothing at 1 on Mejia, who's wrapped into a 4-6-3 double play, singled and scored. Got that good splitter he uses to neutralize lefties.
Both clubs have lost a base runner on the bases. Wander Franco was thrown out at home way back in the 1st inning. Ian Happ thrown out at 3rd, trying to advance on a ball in the dirt. A couple misplays by the Rays. That was the story of the game yesterday. Big error by the 3rd baseman led to the Cubs' only run, the only run of the ball game. And now this pop-up turns into a run. And see if the Cubs bullpen can hold the line.
When things haven't been going the Cubs' way, they've been getting good starting pitching, and then really all you could do against the good teams is take advantage of the little mistakes, and that's what you were just describing, JD. Just try to do the little things right.
It's been precarious out of the bullpen, though, of late. I mean, you're talking about even on the nights when the starting pitching has been good, 6 innings, David Ross has really struggled to figure out how am I going to get 9 outs.
The nice thing is, yesterday you didn't have to think about it. He got the complete game from Stroman, and then now the bullpen is fresh. And that was part of, what Stroman was talking about going into that start, just wanting to do whatever he could for his team.
On the ground, softly hit. 1 up, 1 down.
Tuesday, June 13th is the Cubs' annual Pride Night at Wrigley Field. The Cubs have planned a celebration at the ballpark featuring special entertainment, festive fan activities, and community recognitions. Fans who purchase through the special ticket offers page will receive a limited edition Cubs jersey. Visit Cubs.com/specials. Tuesday the 13th against the Buccos.
Ball 1 to Josh Lowe. Another good crowd here tonight. One out. Base is empty. Cubs lead it 2-1. Went down to the field pregame to chat with Kevin Cash. And the first thing he said to me was, how about that atmosphere yesterday?
I think there's a little envy. As good as they are and with the atmosphere, the way they draw in their home ballpark.
About 32,000 here tonight.
I thought it was interesting because Stroman said yesterday in the 9th that was part of what he had to manage. You know that Stroman is always so locked in and able, as he describes it, to stay in that flow state. But when you have the crowd and the energy like you do here at Wrigley.
On the ground up the middle, there's Swanson. Gets rid of it in a hurry and throws out Lowe.
And nice play. Lowe's got very good speed. See where Dansby is positioned at the start of the play. Just has to glide a little bit.
That's one of those, as a hitter, check in with Josh Lowe and ask him if he thinks the shift's been banned. When you have the shortstop fielding the ball, I mean, a good, 15 feet to the right of second base, right?
Yeah, he's still there for Franco right now.
Yeah.
I think what I just appreciate when I get to see Swanson is just how smooth he is and the timing he has. He knows when he needs to make that throw a little quicker and when he can kind of take care of his arm and just get it there in time.
On the ground, this guy's not so bad either. Nico Hoerner. And a 1-2-3 inning. More stellar work from Mark Leiter Jr. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
Tonight's guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, University of Illinois head football coach Brett Bielema.
All right, Cub fans, let me hear you. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. Root for the company. If they don't win, it's a shame. Or it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
My name's Jorge Gaviria, and this is my business, Hacienda. I chose my Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy. And with no preset spending limit, my purchasing power adapts to my business needs. What's in your wallet?
With Allegra, allergies don't hold us back.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. And unlike Zyrtec, it won't make us drowsy. Allegra gives you the fastest, non-drowsy 24-hour allergy relief so you can live your greatness.
Lowe's knows you never come in for just one thing.
So we've got to know a lot of things about a lot of things.
Like which mower makes the cut, the mulch that finishes the look, and picking a color that pops. You got this. We got you.
Bottom of the 7th. And Megalodon giving you a nice little peek. 2-1. Yeah, the beautiful Megalodon camera powered by Nissan. Nissan makes cars that thrill. Experience the thrill yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. Megalodon.
Cubs trying to hand McClanahan his first loss of the year. 8-0 coming into this one. The Rays were 10-1 in his 11 starts. It would behoove them to put another run or 2 on the board.
I would concur. Let's go, Cornell girl. Jump in the mix.
There's some inside joke?
There's no inside joke.
Okay.
It's just us being idiots.
All right.
You know us. Down the line, that one curling foul.
Like, I didn't know if you were trying to get him to say behoove at some point.
You didn't miss a meeting.
Okay.
We will go off on tangents and use big words for no reason whatsoever. You know this.
Get it together.
Get it together. And all we're trying to do is make you laugh. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to check out our upcoming schedule, and it's brought to you by Hyundai. Tomorrow, it's the Rays and the Cubs Game 3 as we wrap up this series in the homestand, and then it's off for a 10-game road trip. Padres, Angels, Giants, stops in San Diego, Anaheim, and San Francisco.
Keep waiting for San Diego to get hot, and it just hasn't happened. Padres entering play tonight, 24-29, 8 games behind the first place Dodgers.
When you look at the schedule, and after the way the Cubs performed against the Reds, you were thinking, well, okay, then you got the Rays coming to town. You go out to the West Coast, but here they are. You know, is this not so baseball for you, the way that you can turn things around and play against, you know, throw records out the window?
Morel down on strikes and 2 away. Nico Horner coming up. One of the things that makes the Rays so amazing is the job that they've done with their payroll. But start up top. The top 4 combined payrolls, a little over $1 billion. And their winning percentage between the Mets, the Yankees, the Padres, and the Phillies right at about 500. Meanwhile, the Pirates, the Rays, and the Orioles, 27 through 29, playing just under 610 baseball. It's funny how it works, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and you know the Rays in Baltimore in the American League East, right? Yeah.
Wow. Able to grab that one. Horner is gone.
That's all I'll say about that, Jenny.
Run, Forrest, run!
Reckless driving. Motorcycle awareness. Watch for motorcycles. Leave plenty of space. Look twice. Save a life. Motorcyclist deaths occur 28 times more frequently than fatalities in other vehicles. Injuring yourself or others. It's not a game.
I'm going to give you his resume.
Your mom has made it her job to find you any job.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do.
When your resume is on Indeed, you get matched with jobs that fit your requirements.
Where do you get your persistence from?
Are you a new AT&T customer looking to upgrade your phone? You're trapped, locked into your contract for 3 years. Introducing the Easy Unlock. Bring your AT&T locked phone and T-Mobile will pay it off and give you one of the latest 5G smartphones free.
Free your phone now at T-Mobile.
Whenever heartburn strikes, get fast relief with Tums. It's time to love food back.
Tums. One day, you might realize it's time to switch things up. And that's what being a member is all about. Because when you're with Amex, it's never a question of if you'll make it happen. It's when.
Any slow sipper knows you'll enjoy your drink from McDonald's longer than anyone else.
Oreo Frappe is back. Or get a caramel or mocha frappe. A medium is just $3. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Chicago Cubs baseball on Marquee Sports Network is brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs, by UI Health, changing medicine for good, and by Michelob Ultra. Hey, we're back. And Adbert Alzolay will take over. 20th appearance, 2.63 the ERA. Pitching change brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time.
Yeah, it's been pretty quiet for Adbert here lately. One pitch on Friday.
You think he iced after that?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Do they still ice?
I assume they ice. Adbert did not work in the Mets series. He worked 3 times on the last road trip. An appearance against the Reds, his only outing since the 21st of May. Should be plenty strong.
Swing and a miss, and just blew him away with 97.
Well, here we are in this one-run game in the 8th inning. Let's turn our attention back to the first. And good heads-up play here by Swanson, hustling after this ball, realizing that Franco might have designs on streaking home, and a good throw, bang play. They get him. Professor's happy. Play is a huge one here in a one-run game in the 8th. He made 3 or 4 really good defensive plays tonight.
Foul back in 1-2.
Double barrel action in the Pets. So they got Lowe and Lowe, both spelled L-O-W-E, and they got 2 relievers by the name of Kelly, one with an E, one without.
And then they have a Fauché and a Poche.
Yeah, it's a very tough team there. Get straight.
I feel like somewhere Eric Neander's twisting his evil mustache and laughing at us. Lowe and Lowe, Kelly and Kelly. Kelly.
They need to get Nathaniel Lowe. Put him on the roster as well. Josh's brother.
And then a Poche and a Fauché. Swing and a miss. Alzolay, razor sharp.
Overpowered Rosiana, you know him.
Oh, wow. Kelly.
Andy.
Poche.
Rosarena. Rosarena. He overpowered with the fastball. He gets Lowe with the slider. Somebody get Kelly into this game.
Swanson gets Ramirez. Nice work, Adbert.
Toy boat.
Ask Sherwin-Williams and save big during the Memorial Day sale. Get 30% off paints and stains with sale prices starting at $31.14. Hurry, it's only May 26th through June 5th. Shop online or at your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store.
At Clark and Addison and everywhere, rep the North Side whenever you pay with a Wintrust Cubs debit card. It's a great addition to your fan gear. And check out the perks. Free ATMs, no monthly maintenance fees, and best of all, a $300 signing bonus. Show your Cubs pride with every purchase. Your team, your card. Scan now or visit wintrust.com/Cubs to get a Cubs checking account. Wintrust, proud to be Chicago's bank.
Pack your bags. A North Dakota adventure is calling. Start planning your trip at HelloND.com.
The most patient among us know to be a slow sipper is to enjoy your drink from McDonald's longer than anyone else. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's.
Oreo Frappe is back. Or get a caramel or mocha frappe. A medium is just $3. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Well, it's time for our game summary, and it's brought to you by Wintrust. Cubs lead it 2-1. Kyle Hendricks, 5 innings, just 1 earned run allowed. Seiya Suzuki, a couple of hits. Difference in the game, an RBI single by Mike Tauchman in the 6th. He knocked in the only run of the game yesterday, and now it'll be up to the Cub bullpen to try and finish it off. Trevor Kelly, EY on here.
Yeah, we saw Trevor Kelly in the ball game last night. Just a third of an inning. 10 in the third and a 5.23 ERA. Another guy's been up and down between the big club and AAA. He's got that funky sidearm delivery. There's a lot of sliders. Not going to overpower you with velocity. Average fastball is 89 miles per hour.
The other way, got enough of it and punched it through the right side. And Swanson with his first hit of the night.
Wednesday, June 14th is Wisconsin night. Fans who purchase through the special ticket offers page will receive a limited edition Cubs and Wisconsin hat. Visit Cubs.com/specials. That's the university, not the state.
Kyle Snyder out to the mound to talk to Trevor Kelly. Downstairs, and Taylor McGregor.
It's that time of night. I know you're very curious what Christopher Morel is eating in the dugout, but this season he has every night in about the 8th inning has a plastic bag full of his favorite cereal, Frosted Flakes.
Wow. Rally Flakes.
Rally Flakes.
When's the last time you had Frosted Flakes, JD?
I feel like it's been a while.
Frosted Flakes with banana.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. Line drive out to center field, base hit. Swanson's not stopping on his way to third. And they're at the corners. Cubs looking for some insurance here in the 8th.
Well, whatever message that Kyle Snyder brought out there to the mound, it didn't work. Ian Happ reaches this one off the outside part of the plate. He serves a soft line drive into center. Swanson reading it all the way, streaks into third base. Golden opportunity to pad this lead.
So first and third, and Seiya Suzuki 2 out of 3. Infield comes in, big hole in the right side.
I've really liked from the at-bats from Seiya tonight is, yeah, he has hit the ball hard, but I feel like, too, he's just fouling pitches off. It's a way to get your timing at the plate, and it kind of just tells you where your swing is at, gives you feedback as a hitter.
Ooh. Sneaky 89. That's in for a strike.
Big hole on the right side with the infield playing to pull and in.
Whoa.
His range factor just went way up.
Yep.
Somebody in the Cubs dugout is screaming, how do you hold that one? Baseball players are clever that way.
Three balls and a strike. Swanson at third, Happ at first.
Go ahead, get greedy. No, not even close.
And now they're loaded up. And there's nobody out. So a great chance for the Cubs to get an add-on run and Trey Mancini.
I think in situations like this, Kevin Cash ever thinks, I wanted the other Kelly.
Not that Kelly. And ball one. Cubs winners yesterday 1-0 thanks to the gem from Marcus Stroman. On the ground, Franco coming home. They get one, throw to first, and they get two. Ouch.
Mancini has had a tough night at the plate. A couple of strikeouts and a ground out. And this one just right to Franco at short. So it's an easy double play for the Rays.
Jake Diekman is up in the bullpen. I think that's what Kevin Cash is called for.
2-1 game. Still an opportunity for the Cubs when we come back. We're in the 10th, tied at 2. Nico has never had a walk-off hit.
But Cubs got the right guy up there right now.
Madrigal, the winning run. Little fly in the right, base hit. Nico rocks it off. Cubs win. Hugs, hugs.
Hi, I'm John and I'm from Dallas, Texas. My wife's name is Joy. We've been married 45 years. I'm taking a 2-year business course. I've been studying a lot. I've been producing and directing for over 50 years. It's a very detailed thing and the pressure's all on me. I noticed I really wasn't quite as sharp as I was. My boss told me about Prevagen and I started taking it. I feel sharper. My memory's a lot better. It just works.
Prevagen at stores everywhere without a prescription.
We've got your back, road warriors. Because we know you're picking up the pace. Steering life at 10 and 2. You're hitting the road. And we're helping you get there with confidence. So skip the counter without missing a beat. Choose any car in the aisle and be the boss of you. Go national. Go like a pro.
Chicago Cubs baseball on Marquee Sports Network is brought to you by the Bob Locurcio Auto Group. You're going to like buying a car this way. By Prevagen. Prevagen is the #1 pharmacist recommended memory support brand. And by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Nico Horner with a solo homer earlier in the game with a game tied at 1. It was Mike Tauchman, an RBI single in the 6th. That's the difference. Pitching change. And Jake Diekman, the lefty, will take over. He's been struggling with walks. He has been getting ground balls. So a matchup of left on left with Tauchman at the plate.
Oh my. Is that one a little high?
He's got the reverse splits this year, and actually in his career that has been the case. In his career, lefties from a batting average standpoint hit him a little better. Tauchman waits, 2 aboard. And that's a strike.
Yeah. Well, you know my philosophy on that, especially with a guy like Diekman. Probably faces only good hitting lefties. The bad ones get pinch hit for.
Outside corner, Tauchman didn't like it.
It's a tough angle for a left-handed hitter. Big, long extension, and he throws that dart to the outside corner. For my money, that's the toughest pitch for a left-handed hitter to handle. Not the slider away, but when you can locate that glove side fastball down and away. If you got a little juice on it, and he does at 95.
It's tough too. You look at where Diekman sets up, and he gets on the rubber towards that first base edge, so he's already cross-firing, but he's got a little bit of an angle advantage on a left-handed hitter. Good job by Tauchman. Now it's 3-2. Patrick Wisdom would be next if Tauchman is able to reach and continue the inning. And there's P. Wizzy.
No surprise to see Tauchman in another 3-2 count.
Here we go. 3-2. Inside, ball 4. And hand the baton over to Wisdom.
Tauchman has just had such controlled at-bats. He's just calm in the moment. You see him being very decisive, deliberate with his swings and takes.
So here we go. All loaded up. 2 outs. Wisdom 0 for 3.
And that walk just drives Kevin Cash nuts, right? Some walks as a manager you understand, you accept, but in that situation he brings his lefty in to face the left-handed hitter. He did not want to see Patrick Wisdom up there, and with the bases loaded here in the 8th.
I would think a first pitch ball to Wisdom, not gonna like either.
Inside, it missed. And now it's 2-0. And again, we talked about Diekman. You looked at his numbers, and at least so far this year, he's walking close to 20% of the guys he faces. And that one close. It was close to Wisdom.
Also a good grab. Ace is loaded. Ball gets away. We've already seen him be a little erratic.
And again, for Diekman, a 19% walk rate. And now it's 3-0.
Yeah, as much as you like to let your sluggers swing, this is an absolute take-a-pitch situation for Patrick.
Crowd getting into it. All loaded up.
Oh, no, he did turn it loose.
I thought the exact same thing as you, JD.
I'm thinking.
Wisdom awaiting a 3-1. Here it is. In the air, this towards right. And Lowe able to make the catch. And the Cubs leave them loaded. We are headed to the 9th. Cubs 2, Rays 1.
What do we always say, son? Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
They only pay for what you need.
That's my boy. Stay off the freeways. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Morning.
Who's this?
He appears whenever you eat Honey Nut Cheerios.
Like a genie?
Sort of. I can grant you a bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios, which can help lower cholesterol.
Oh, I wish Debbie hadn't joined the mall walking club.
I don't think the bee can help you with that.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can do all your favorite beach activities, like spike ball, whitewater rafting, shrimp boils, wade fishing, or hanging with the locals. You can say that again.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on a new Toyota Corolla, Camry, RAV4, Highlander, or Tacoma. See your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
The greatest legacies are built with grit and resilience, one detail at a time. Limited edition Budweiser Harley-Davidson cans. This Bud's for you.
Oh no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic, we're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay, just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
This Friday, Cubs Cornerstones, presented by the Road Home program at Rush, returns with a new episode. This month features former Cubs left fielder Alfonso Soriano. Don't miss the premiere Friday at 7 p.m. Fonzie.
Isaac Paredes. And it takes ball one from Adbert Alzolay. Paredes, then Rayleigh, and then Margot.
Stay away from this guy's power. Ooh, that was right into his power. On all of his home runs, pretty much straight away left field. Pulls the ball a lot. Alzolay slider would be in play here.
Swing and a miss.
No. Well executed.
Alzolay's done a good job limiting hard contact. Yeah, the stuff has been pretty electric this year.
You know, Boog, you were talking about in some of these games getting that starting pitching, but the bullpen, you know, at times struggling to get through. And then here in this game, so far, just trying to close it out. But this would be really big in this close game against a good hitting team. Keep them to a run.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. You know, the bullpen has been really good here tonight.
Gave him that one fastball to hit. Paredes didn't do anything with it. He went to work with that slider and just ate him up. 4 batters faced, 3 punch outs for Adbert.
And Rayleigh fouls it back. Rayleigh a walk. He's flied to left and he's grounded to short. That's a strike, 0-2. Got him swinging. Alzolay carves up Rayleigh 2 away. He has struck out 4 of the 5 that he's faced.
Adbert comes out here and he knows what he has to do, and that's throw strikes. That's all he's been doing. Just attacking these hitters unafraid.
Cubs pen is set down 11 in a row. Alzolay. And Margot takes high for ball 1. And Wilmar go 1 for 3 with a single. And that one finds the mark. Good slider, 1-1. Adbert looking for his 3rd career save. On the ground is short. Swanson is there. Ball game. Cubs win. Adbert Alzolay outstanding as he closes it out. The Cubs win it 2-1.
Well, what a performance by the Cubs bullpen here tonight. The much beleaguered Cubs pen steps up in support of Kyle Hendricks here tonight. The Cubs win the first 2 games of this series against the Tampa Bay Rays. Go figure. That's just baseball being baseball.
Wow. Our toast of the game brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
A game-winning RBI provided by that man right there. The Palatine pounder, Mike Tauchman, delivers the go-ahead base hit after the pop-up by Ian Happ. And dropped into shallow right field. A miscue by the Rays defensively. The Cubs take advantage, and Mike Tauchman says, I'm done with AAA. I want to be a big leaguer for a while. He's off to a great start in a Cub uniform. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Second straight day, Mike Tauchman has come up with a big hit. The bullpen sensational, and Alzolay closes it out for the save. For Jim DeShays, Elise Menaker, Taylor McGregor, and our entire outstanding crew, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for watching Chicago Cubs baseball right here on Marquee Sports Network. Again, your final, Cubs 2 and the Rays 1. The series finale is tomorrow. Coverage begins at 12:30. Justin Steele, Zach Eflin, your scheduled starters. Up next, Cubs postgame live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Cole Wright, Carlos Pena. Gentlemen, take it away.
Oh, thank you very much, Drew. We will definitely do that. The Cubs now 23-4 when they out-hit the opposition. And Carlos, it's always good to get hits and get wins, right?
Yeah, how about that? Another W. Yeah,
sounds good.
Securing the series.
That's right, back-to-backs. The Cubs 6-4 in home series. We're going to tell you all about it in just a little bit. Cubs postgame live. It's right around the corner.
One out, top of the first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Hey, Steve, you just got a nice win on FanDuel, and it's just the top of the first. How do you feel?
All those nights of studying film really paid off.
You mean watching baseball?
That's correct.
Whether you want to bet a hit in the first or a homer in the ninth, every at-bat is a chance to win big on FanDuel. New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000.
Threat's imminent. We need your unique set of skills.
Orson Fortune. That is a sexy name. Game on.
You can't catch this fish with conventional lures. Ruse de guerre, an unorthodox approach to war. Leave this with me.
You dance, I'll play.
Let's go to work.
I would kill to see you in action.
Shadow me. What do I do?
Can you cook garlic herb steak and 4-cheese risotto with just a scan? Zavala can. Can you serve up almond-crusted salmon and roasted broccoli with 1 minute of prep? Zavala can. Zavala delivers fresh meals to your door. Then, just prep, scan, and let our smart oven cook them perfectly. So every bite is perfectly juicy, crispy, melty, tender, and seriously delicious. Start your 100-day risk-free trial at Zavala.com.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if this is 100% or not, but Carlos Pena may have a horseshoe in his back pocket because he's provided plenty of luck and good vibrations for the Chicago Cubs, especially that man, Kyle Hendricks. Second start of the season, and Carl from accounting going out there and dialing up some numbers. And, well, when you talk about aggressive leadoff hitters and Nico, well, he was like Blutarski, right off the top, let's go! And then, well, the local cat, Mike Talkman. You heard JD just make reference to the Palatine Pounder, and that is what the Pride of Friend was able to do on back-to-back nights, keeping the Cubs in the win column, turning the key, getting that ignition going. And then Albert Alzolay, you need 2 innings. You want 4 punch-outs. No sweat. That's what 73 is here to do. And the Cubs, they walk away with a 2-1 victory over the best team in baseball, keeping them from being the first team in the bigs to 40 wins. And so, let's roll. You just checked in with Cubs Post Game Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all, I'm Cole Wright. Carlos Pena, he's ready to roll. And how about it? Back-to-back wins up off the canvas officially right now, Lowe.
Yeah, this is great for the Cubs. You know, to be the best, you have to beat the best. I know this is a mid-season win, so yeah, don't get too far ahead of yourself. But this is the way you have to look at it. If you're a player, like, wait a second, we can play with anyone. Not just with anyone. We can play with the best. And not only can we play with them, we can defeat them. This is huge momentum shifter for the Cubs.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you look at it, the way they've been able to play at home, when it comes to home series, the Cubs 6-4. So as you package up and get ready to go on the road, you can at least tell yourselves, hey, if we can play somewhat like we play at home on the road, then the turnaround's right around the corner.
Take care of the baseball, play defense, right? Yep. And when there is a high-leverage situation, when you need to drive in and run or move a runner over, you get it done. These last 2 games have been all about execution on all sides of the baseball, offensively, defensively, and also on the mound. Great performances by both. The professor, yes, we saw what Stroh did, but also the bullpen came in and did the job. Albert Alzolay really being lights out.
Absolutely. Like we said, the Cubs 6-4 in home series, 2-4-2 in series away from the house. So looking to get that win and sweep the series tomorrow, of course, is exactly what the doctor ordered. And tonight, well, what did the doctor have on tap? Albert Alzolay coming out there and throwing absolute tablets, and the guy looked good. 4 punches, 2 innings. This is what we need to see out of Albert and this bullpen.
Well, we have known this for a long time, and this is what he's capable of doing. You understand that he's seen some struggles, but right here you see how effective he is when he's able to execute the pitches and has the right sequencing. I mean, there was no fear. I would even venture to say the attitude on the mound. It's like, you know what? No, I own this space. I'm going to go get you, extremely aggressive. And, of course, you see the emotion at the end. Yeah. That just tells you what was behind every single pitch that he threw today.
And you see it right there, letting out that gasp, let's go. That's exactly what he was looking for, David Ross and the entire Cubs clubhouse, because back-to-back wins feeling pretty sweet right now. And all goes to a guy a lot of people are thanking, a local product. Let's get to our Alta Lift of the Game, presented by Alta Equipment Handling, and it goes to Mike Talkman. He's from Palatine, went to Fremd, and you know, as a kid, he thought, hey, if I could ever make it to the show, if there's one team I'd love to play for, it'd be the Northside Cubs, and this is huge, Carlos.
Come on, dreams do come true, and right here coming up big with the base hit the other way against a very, very difficult, tough lefty. We could say probably the best lefty in the game right now. Yeah. Swing, great approach, going the other way, staying inside the baseball.
Yeah, Talkman was hitting .308 entering the ball game, and then comes away with this one, improved just a little bit. So let's hear from him. We're going Blue Cross Blue Shield sound up. T-Mac and Mr. Talkman.
Thanks so much, Cole. Well, Mike, a couple of hits for you and the go-ahead RBI. Against McClanahan, 2 fastballs you were able to get on top of. What is your approach when you have to still respect that changeup?
I mean, he throws really hard, so everything starts with a fastball and trying to be on time for that. With a guy like that, when he has a great fastball and good off-speed stuff, you just try to be aggressive early. And fortunately, I was able to bloop that last one in there.
The best offense in baseball coming into this series are the Rays, and then your pitching staff. Yesterday was Stroman, Hendricks, and then the bullpen today. Just what has stood out to you about the way they've attacked their hitters?
I mean, it's been unbelievable, you know, like watching, I have like a, you know, center field view for that, and, you know, the strikes that they're throwing are really, you know, quality pitches in low slug areas, and, you know, the misses are safe misses, and, you know, that just puts so much pressure on a team, and, you know, can't say enough about how the pitching staff, top to bottom, has done the last 2 nights.
Sometimes baseball's funky, but for you guys to win a series against this team, what does that mean?
You know, I just think it means that, you know, we have a really good group here, and we have a really talented group here that can, you know, go toe-to-toe with anyone. And, you know, we got one more game tomorrow on the homestand, so, you know, we want to finish things up and finish strong and, you know, have a happy flight.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Cole?
Mike, Taylor, good stuff. Just like this Miller Lite social scene presented by Miller Lite, the original light beer. And the Talkman tweets, they are rolling in. 309 baseball, 309. That's a little bit downstate, I believe. Mike Talkman quickly approaching my guy status. 309s if you're calling Bloomington, right around Illinois State's area. How about Matthew Vanderbilt? Ooh, very stately. It's Mike Talkman's world, and we're all just living in it. That's, you know,
the Vanderbilt guy.
One of the Vanderbilts. Sorry, he's spending his weekends at the Breakers. BB says Talkman, Palatine ice water, baby. Yeah, he went to Fremd, and he is doing some serious work. You know, there's a whole lot of people that are smiling when they watch Mike Talkman go out there and absolutely get after it. And we've seen him get after it on back-to-back evenings. Ever since Cody Bellinger's gone down, he has answered the call every turn of the corner, Carlos.
You know, I love guys like this. I mean, you see someone who's been fighting for that big league team dream, right? And going after it, doing everything you can. Finally gets an opportunity here where Bellinger goes down. And what has he done? Nothing but impress. Yeah. I mean, that's precisely what you want to do. Seize the opportunity, seize the moments, come up with very good big hits here for the Cubs as of late. And the at-bats have been solid because I'm not just looking at the results. I'm also looking at the process. Yeah, I like the process. I like the way this kid takes his ABs. So a very positive sign in his career. Hopefully, this will keep him around a little bit longer.
Yeah, he's getting those timely hits, taking free passes. And like you said, every time an opportunity is presented to him, he's taking full advantage of it. And that's all you can do, especially when you're not one of those top prospects or not a guy that a lot of people have had on their radar for a lot of years because he played in the KBO last year.
Yeah, think about the resilience of coming out here every single day, still not giving up on your dream and working hard. And here a door opens. All right, you know, you have to go walk through it with your head high. He has certainly done so. Yep. Today, it was quite impressive the way he went against McClanahan, one of the best lefties in the league. Sure. We could arguably say he's the best lefties of the entire major leagues. Yeah. And I'm looking at the at-bats. I'm like, those are comfortable takes. Those are comfortable at-bats and comfortable passes at the ball. But it's not just today. Every single AB that I've seen, most of them have been solid. Again, I'm a big fan of the process when I watch Talkman.
Yeah, the Cubs, they've had issues winning those close-knit contests. And Mike Talkman, he's helped the Cubs win back-to-backs by 1 run. The Cubs now 4-10 in 1-run ball games. So let's check in with his skipper. It's David Ross singing the praises of the man from Palatine.
Yeah, I mean, that's great, right? I think you're seeing a guy put us on his back yesterday to carry into a nice pitching performance that, I think Stroh yesterday got to reset the pin as a whole and let them guys just breathe for a second. Nobody even had to come out of there yesterday. And I thought we had a really nice performance tonight. Those guys locking it down. Adbert hadn't pitched much as of late, trying to save him. 2 big innings from him to run through that lineup. Everybody, Merriweather, Leiter, 4 scoreless out of the pen, able to add on. We still got to, we can break that game open a little bit there later and getting those knocks still aren't falling for us. But these guys at bats continue to just turn over good at bat after good at bat. We just got to have something fall. Wisdom hit that ball in the gaps. Margot's standing right there, first and second, 1 out. We're hitting some balls hard at times, and sometimes we're just a little unlucky. But really nice pitching performance in a close game. Winning those 2 back-to-back feels really good.
We get the defense today too. I mean, Seiya had the nice.
Great play by Seiya. He gets another sticker on his helmet. That's nice. I think just really, Nico gets that play up the middle, knocks that down. Dansby's able to pick him up, throw that ball home, and Jan made a nice tag. I thought we just clean in the infield. nice defense. You know, we're going to have to do that, right? To win games, we're going to have to pitch, play defense, get some clutch hitting, which we haven't had, and I think that's indicative of our record. But if we pitch and play defense on a nightly basis, run the base as well, I think these are the kind of wins we should be able to start piling on, hopefully.
What did you see from Kyle tonight, especially compared to his first?
You know, that looked a little more vintage Kyle. There's some soft hit. There's some hard hit. They're swinging early. You know, they were at some guys. I thought he just mixed and matched well, threw his changeup really good. Fell behind and was able to get off the barrel with some pop-ups. Guys getting a little big on you know, seeing that stuff early. I thought that was more indicative of a start like his, and still, I wouldn't say he was as sharp as I've seen him for sure, but it was a nice performance through 5 to only give up 1 to a really talented club.
You mentioned Adbert. Just what you think of what he was able to do, especially that 8th inning, coming up the heart of their order and kind of making it look a little easy.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of confidence in Adbert, trying to push him and lighter on the backside of games, and we trust Husey, and you know, we've had some trouble there in those early innings. I think Adbert's done a really nice job. For the most part, locking things down in the pockets he's supposed to, and you know, he's a guy probably our freshest down there, was able to really give us, you know, the 2 innings of shutdown baseball was really nice, clean, easy. You know, he was really locked in. I thought, as I've seen him, the slider looked as sharp as I'd seen it in a little while.
What do you notice from Tauchman in the moments where tonight driving in a couple runs and walk late to load the bases?
It feels like it hasn't changed since spring training. We talked about it as a calm at bat, willing to take his walk. The lefties aren't overmatching him. He's able to control the zone. And you need to get that? Okay. I thought just the poise, and he knows what he does well. And so Mike's a guy that's been around in big moments, big markets. You know, I think he sticks to what he does well and doesn't get outside of that, and controls his own really well. And he's also a guy that will attack his pitch early on in the count if he gets it where he wants it. So I thought he's done a nice job of that and really played well for us. Big home run from Nico, obviously, to start it off was nice to give us a little bit of lead.
There was a play early on, hit the right, and I think looked like Nico did like a deke tag and kept the runner at second.
Yeah.
Just how important are those little moments, what does it say about Nico, and just in a tight game like that?
Yeah, I continue to. We've had a couple of those. Pete Alonso as well with the ball up, right, and that got by him. I thought Nico did a really nice job on that to keep it there. Say it gets that ball in pretty quickly. We had to keep that first and second there and get out of there without a run. It was nice job by Nico. Defense was great.
You know, with Hayden coming up today, it seemed like this would be a possibility for one of those 4-inning relief things like he did last year, but you just didn't feel like this was the right night for him?
For Hayden?
Yeah.
No, I thought the guys that pitched were the right ones.
Obviously, but
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think it's like, I would say we have a lot of trust in Hayden, and we had a fresh bullpen after yesterday, and I definitely see Hayden in a multi-inning role with the lead out of the bullpen, hold things close. Got a lot of confidence in Hayden, but guy gets called back up, and throwing him into a game like that doesn't make a lot of sense in my mind.
Well, a win that makes a lot of sense in our minds. The Cubs now 13-11 when they score first, and Nico got the Cubs on the board just like that. And Kyle Hendricks, well, he held the Rays at arm's length in the bullpen, and they came and answered questions. And that man right there, well, something tells me he's going to answer a few questions from the media momentarily. We're going to be here every step of the way. Cubs Postgame Live, that's what we do.
This is the 2023 Nissan Rogue. With a surprisingly fuel-efficient VC turbo engine. You can go from 0 to fun in no time and leave basic far behind. The 2023 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Now get 0% financing for 36 months on select 2023 Rogue trims.
Oh no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic, we're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay, just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can do all your favorite beach activities, like spike ball, whitewater rafting, shrimp boils, wade fishing, or hanging with the locals. You can say that again.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on a new Toyota Corolla, Camry, RAV4, Highlander, or Tacoma. See your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Virginia is for Sunday brunchers and oyster slurpers, for red meat lovers and no meat lovers, for winery samplers and all-day wine drinkers. Ooh, is that a Chardonnay? So, as you can see, Virginia is for all sorts of food lovers, so come love it for yourself.
At Shed Aquarium, curiosity lives below the surface.
Can flowers swim?
Is that kelp?
Or is it camouflage? Does an otter's coat have a pocket?
These look like scales, but feel more like armor.
Is that penguin hopping? Don't they waddle?
And do they fly?
Are jellies alien life forms?
Or are they ancient beings? The answer lives at Shed Aquarium.
Virginia is for road trippers, are we there yetters, mountain hikers, and horseback riders. People who are kayakers, people who are not kayakers. Oh, and look at these brave souls. So I guess what I'm saying is, Virginia's for all sorts of lovers. So come love it for yourself.
He's Carlos. I'm Cole. This is Cubs Postgame Live, and the vibrations feeling good around the neighborhood because back-to-back wins versus the best team in baseball, it'll do that to you. Taking on the Rays, Game 2, bottom 1. Nico, he wasted 0 time. And Los, that's what we talked about during Cubs Live. You got to be aggressive, man.
You got to be ready for the heater, and you got to work from the top down.
Come on.
You know who was listening? Nico Horner was listening.
That he was fourth pump of the season. Cubs up a dash. Just like that. Now, top of the first, Kyle Hendricks, he was working his magic. Just 3 Ks on the evening, but when you had it going, he had it going. And you see right there, top of 2, after getting Lowe and Paredes, Francisco Mejia into a 4.63. Pitchers, they absolutely love those to get 2 in the mud.
That changeup was absolutely nasty today. Makes you respect the fastball, even though it's 87, and then the changeup is nasty.
Yeah, and then it gets Harold Ramirez to line out to say, hey, Harold.
Call the doctor because that was sick.
That's right. Stick to the 2 pieces with mild sauce. Say, pulling that one in. No sweat. That is glovesmanship at its finest. So let's fast forward. Top 5. Here we go. Randy Arozarena, a line drive to left field, and this is what we were worried about. That guy, an absolute sleeping giant, even though he's only about 5'10".
He could just swing the bat. I don't know, man. He got to get a smaller helmet. Yeah. Seems to always drop every time he takes a hat.
So maybe it's that Willie Mays flair, making sure he knocks it off to make him seem a little faster. Kyle Hendricks, 5 innings, 3 Ks, 3 free passes. How about Ian Happ right here?
You know what? I really like the fact that he took off running. Okay? I mean, you saw him frustrated when he popped it up, but then he's like, dude, let's go. Watch this. Yeah. He's a little bit frustrated. He catches himself.
But he goes.
And then he takes off.
Yeah. My guy Dubs up in Minnesota, he said that was a home run in an elevator shaft and heads up base running. He'll get him on second base. That's what we saw. And then Mike Talkman just playing a little pepper with it. Pushing runs across. That's his MO these days.
That's what I call finesse. You see him, he didn't even try to do too much with that pitch. Got slightly jammed, moved to the other way, base hit.
Is that the shampoo you use too, finesse? Your hair looks glorious, Carlos. Trey Mancini tried to get something going, but double plays, they work for the other team too.
This was a great play right there by the defense.
Patrick Wisdom with bases junked, 2 outs, not what you want to see, and you know this one's going to be living rent-free in P. Wizzy's head for a few hours to come.
Oh, yeah. Is that Asalai?
Yeah. Adbert.
Straight nasty.
Yep, a little bit of bend in that one. Puts a little hot pepper on that. Dansby shoots it across the diamond, and yes, a nice little display of emotion, and that's maybe what you need during a time like this because you put together back-to-back W's versus the best team in baseball, and even more importantly, you keep them from being the first team in the show to notch 40 victories. Well, that is when you know you're doing something right. And Kyle Hendricks, he was doing something right tonight. His second start of the season, 5 innings pitched, 75 pitches, 46 of those going for strikes. So, hey, Kyle, feel good tonight or what?
Felt much more like myself, kind of from the start. Had a much better game plan going in. Felt much more comfortable out there in general. So it got better as it went. Again, you know, the third, fourth, fifth, I was back down in the zone better. So it's just doing it even more. You know, back to work this week and just getting everything back down in the zone a little better.
What was the defense today, especially in the first inning? That play that kind of.
Yeah, the first inning was unbelievable by Dansby and Nico both, and really all game. It was incredible. Dansby and Nico up the middle. Seiya made a huge play out and right there. Just great defense all around with the pen did coming in, lights out. And again, that's testament to what Stroh did yesterday, just giving us the ability there to go to that bullpen. So just a great team win tonight.
It didn't seem like you were throwing your curveball as much. Was that just because your other pitches were working well, or you couldn't really?
Yeah, it was in the game plan. I wanted to throw it more. I didn't have a great feel for it. I was kind of just leaving it out. That was one thing we talked about coming out of the start today. That's something I got to work on this week and have it locked in for my next start. But just it wasn't great, so, you know, it was just an immediate ball. So we were just going with the stuff that worked today.
After a tough weekend, how big are these couple of wins against such a good team like the Rays?
For sure, yeah. That's a great team over there. It's just good to get wins in general. So it's good to build a little momentum. Stroh was huge, just putting everybody on his back and winning that game yesterday. So come out, play another good game today. I think we just got to keep building on that. It's one day at a time mentality. You know, it's still a long year.
You mentioned the bullpen. What did you see from Adbert specifically, and just his growth since he first came up?
Yeah, he's unbelievable, man. He's locked in right now. You could tell, just had that look in his eye. So aggressive, and he was nasty. Some of those sliders, you know, over 90, some of them. He was just letting it eat, being aggressive. That's who he is. So he's been a huge part of this. Same with Light and Julian coming in right after me. They had to cover in 4 innings a lot. So, and they just, you know, super aggressive and set him down 1, 2, 3. So it was fun to watch.
Do what you did tonight, 2 starts into coming back from almost a year out against a team like that, lineup like that. What does that say about what your next chapter might be after going through what you've been through?
Yeah, I think it tells me that I can just do what I do, still get back to being myself again. It's kind of what I felt tonight. Was much more myself. Changeup felt really good, so now it's just trusting that. You know, I really don't have to worry about anything else. Go out there and be who I am. Trust Jan. We're always in it together. He really kept me on a good page today. But yeah, I don't have to really try and be anything different is what it tells me.
What do you think that means for the team if that's what you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, the more quality pitching you can have, that's how you win down the stretch. So if I can just be that guy that goes out every 5th day, like I said, can be consistent and give the team a chance to win, I think we're going to be in a very good spot with the other 4+ guys that we're going to have in this rotation.
Last thing, sorry to belabor the point here, but this next chapter, if it goes as you envision, how many more playoff starts do you see in that?
I hope a lot. You know, I hope a lot, especially with this group. We got the core, we got the pitching, we got it all. It's just taking it, you know, one day at a time, one pitch at a time. The better we can do that, we'll be right where we need to be at the end of the year. So, again, you guys know me. I'm taking it one day at a time, but obviously I'd love there to be a lot of them.
Obviously, one day at a time, but as a group, do you feel that urgency of, like, looking at record, recent performance, how difficult the schedule is? I mean, it's almost June.
For sure. Yeah, there's definitely a sense of urgency to it, but it's still having that focus of urgency and just pitch to pitch. Just having a better focus, pitch to pitch, being accountable for what you do. You know, that's it. We've all kind of talked about that a lot, and it just simplifies the whole game. You know, when you kind of have that sense of urgency in a panic state, you know, things kind of go the wrong way. So, yeah, we want that sense of urgency, but still just keeping it simple and locking in pitch to pitch.
Well, like Jules said in Pulp Fiction, be cool, and that gets us to our Powering Chicago Power Play of the Day, presented by Powering Chicago. And who was cool when the pressure was on? It was that man right there, the professor's heartbeat always stays the same. 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 free passes, and 3 Ks. Did everything that was asked of him on this evening. Just tonight, you know he would have wanted to go just a little bit deeper into this contest, Carlos.
Yeah, certainly so. I mean, he was feeling very good, and that changeup was really spinning like the fastball. So it was difficult for hitters to be able to recognize it, especially when he tunneled so well off of the fastball. So he was masterful today.
Yeah, and being able to leave runners out there stranded on the base paths, that is what pitchers, that's one thing that they really take as a point of pride. If I put him on, guess what? That's not great, but it's even worse when you let him score, and that's the opposite of what Kyle Hendricks did tonight. He kept him at bay.
he was able to really pretty much clean up his own mess. You know, obviously you don't want to give up free passes, but then he was able to induce some ground balls and get out of innings in a masterful way. Like I said earlier, this is what the professor is all about. It's about strategy, keeping hitters off balance, and having some deception. The deception was on point today.
Yeah, Kyle Hendricks helping the Cubs get back in the win column, making it back-to-backs. The Cubs, they wrangle in their first win versus a pitcher, Shane McClanahan, who was 8-0 or better since 2004. And that was the Rocket, Roger Clemens. Maybe you've heard of him. 7 Cy Youngs. He was pretty good. Kyle Hendricks.
7?
Yeah, he's pretty good at the house in interleague ball games. You see right there a 2.59, minimum 20 starts. That means that he has been exactly baffling when it comes to keeping the opposition out front and off balance. But it also helps when you have guys behind you picking it defensively. Menards Save Play of the Day presented by Menards. Let's go. Save big money at Menards for all those home improvement needs and a save, potentially a run scoring with a play like that. Dansby picking the ball up, and this is what you call a heads-up baseball, Carlos.
Yeah, literally heads-up baseball, because you saw how Swanson picks up his head, notices the ball is rolling on the ground, and doesn't waste any time understanding that there's a runner trying to score.
Yep.
If you waste one more second, he's right, safe, the run scores. Instead, Swanson's able to react quickly and was able to get the out at home plate. Spectacular play.
Yeah, they say that baseball, not a thinking sport, but when you think a few steps ahead, when you're playing chess, not checkers, when something happens like that, you're always able to make a play. And we also saw Seiya Suzuki. He was flashing the leather out there in right field.
You know how you play good defense? I mean, one of the most important things, Suzuki was a great example.
Want the ball?
You have to want the ball.
Let's go.
Man, wow. You just spoke pretty much words that you put set in stone if you want to be a good defender. It was a great play, but you have to anticipate it before it comes. As a matter of fact, you have to be saying within yourself, hit it to me. Hit it to me. I want this play right now. And, remember, Alex Rodriguez was one of my teammates. I remember one thing he said about defense. He said, at the end of the game, I want to be so mentally exhausted because in every single pitch that was thrown, I wanted the ball hit to me. So I was fully engaged mentally. If it didn't happen, okay, next pitch. And then the next pitch. And if he wasn't fully exhausted at the end of the game mentally, he knew he had not given 100%. I love that. And from that moment on, I tried to get to that point. Seems like these guys were doing exactly that in tonight's game. Great defense.
Yeah, mental exhaustion defensively. We saw from Dansby, we saw from Seiya, we saw everybody out there putting that best foot forward. Willie Harris, he did his thing in the third base coach's box as well. And we're going to tell you about how the Cubs made it back-to-backs in just a little bit. Keep it locked right here. More Cubs postgame live coming your way. He's Carlos. I'm Cole. Why would you go anywhere else?
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Tucson with America's best warranty.
Now get 0% financing or $750 bonus cash on the Tucson. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Alta Material Handling is a proud sponsor of Marquee Sports Network. Alta Material Handling, moving what matters most. Visit altg.com to learn more.
At Clark and Addison and everywhere, rep the North Side whenever you pay with a Wintrust Cubs debit card. It's a great addition to your fan gear. And check out the perks. Free ATMs, no monthly maintenance fees, and best of all, a $300 signing bonus. Show your Cubs pride with every purchase. Your team, your card. Scan now or visit wintrust.com/Cubs to get a Cubs checking account. Wintrust, proud to be Chicago's bank.
And Doug.
What do we always say, son? Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
So you only pay for what you need.
That's my boy. And you get out there and you make us proud, huh?
Bye, Uncle Emu.
Stay off the freeways. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Arby's showed us a great weight when crafting its deluxe Wagyu Steakhouse burger. And with great weight comes great responsibility to make irresponsibly huge burgers. Arby's, we have the meat.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can do all your favorite beach activities, like spike ball, whitewater rafting, shrimp boils, ooh, wade fishing, or hanging with the locals. You can say that again.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on a new Toyota Corolla, Camry, RAV4, Highlander, or Tacoma. See your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
You're watching Marquee Sports Network.
He's Carlos. I'm Cole. This is Cubs Post Game Live. And Carlos, I've known you for quite some time now. You're a winner, right?
Am I?
Oh, okay.
Come on.
That was a ridiculous question.
That.
So you love it when you see those lights blinking on and off and those W flags flying here on the north side, right?
Absolutely.
Of course. That makes a lot of sense. Cubs back-to-back wins. And you see Clark flying that flag versus the Rays. Nonetheless, that's the best team in all of baseball. We'll continue to say that as the Cubs continue to put up wins versus that squad. And in the meantime, well, you need to be in touch with the road to Wrigley. That's right. That's when we showcase all the youngsters, the Cubs of tomorrow, today, but it's actually tomorrow, showing you the Cubs of tomorrow. 6 o'clock, join Lance and the whole crew, and they are going to get after it. You won't want to miss a single solitary second, I promise you. How about this joyous moment? Moment of joy time, presented by Michelob Ultra, presented by Michelob Ultra. Who else would it be presented by? Nico! Get him! Wasted no time, Carlos. You talked about it. You wanted to go up there, hunting fastballs, and first pitch of the ball game. Why waste time? You know what you're getting.
Come on. We must have been watching Cubs live. If
It's on in the clubhouse.
Expert analysis here. It's in the clubhouse. Nico Horner was listening, and he was ready for that fastball. First pitch, got it, was on time to hit, got on top of it, home run.
Okay, well, Nico, he didn't delay right off the top of the ball game, taking the first pitch, putting it in the bleachers. That's what it's all about. So let's not us waste any time. Let's go BO Auto Group Breakdown, presented by the Bob Lacurcio Auto Group. And, well, it started with Nico and this squad. As you like to say, they were hunting the fastball versus Mr. McClanahan.
Precisely what they were doing right here. 1 through 9, everyone ready to hit the fastball. And there were a lot of clean swings on the fastball. You see, those are healthy hacks.
They are.
Even when you're making outs, you're squaring the ball up because they have a clean approach. This ball right here was absolutely scorched. 113 miles per hour, the hardest ball he's ever hit in his career. This one straight up, but that ball was crushed. And then you see fastball hunting, everyone, 1 through 9. This right here was absolutely
barrel, back of it.
Crushed, back of the baseball. Look at the hard hit fastballs today. Excellent. Now, I will show you, record-breaking his career. That's the hardest ball he's ever hit. Now, let's go down the game because this is what happens to the brain. You're like, man, is he going to throw me a fastball again? Well, guess what? He did. 2 fastballs there. You were late on both. Nico, very good hitter, but he missed his fastballs because he started overthinking it, right? Instead of sticking to the approach. How about Swanson right here? Okay, slider down and in, and here come the fastballs, and Swanson is slightly in between. Why am I showing you this, Cole? So that you understand when you go up there single-minded, 1 through 9, and you say your goal was to just be ready for the fastball. These are all fastballs that they were hitting earlier in the game. McClanahan stuck to his plan of throwing the fastball. Later in the game, they weren't as good against those fastballs. Good thing is, they were able to get him early and put that run on the board because McClanahan just kept on being so good. As you can see, at the very least, they stopped McClanahan from becoming the first 9-0 pitcher in Rays history, by the way.
Yeah, that's
Not
true.
tonight.
Yeah.
Not tonight.
You see that? The Cubs, they've done numbers on all 3 of these guys right here, but one of those kids is doing his own thing. Come on. Can you tell which one? Of course, that's Roger Clemens, but to take a look at what this team was able to do against a guy like McClanahan.